Finally start. What's up? Hello, everyone. Or no one. Lid knee liar here.
Possibilities are endless.
It's Cash Panuka time.
It is, and yeah. Oh, I did not forget to turn down the Twitch audio, but I did forget to turn down my phone audio, which may or may not have been caught by the mic. I'm not sure. Oh, goddamn it, my controller desynced. Anyway, where were we? Play emulator? Okay, I'm just gonna reopen Duck Station because I was having... Wrong Duck Station.
You should try Rabbit Station.
Feel proud of yourself?
A little bit.
Anyway, let me get streaming up in Discord and over your... Alright. Button? Hold on. Let me... Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, my controller was not reading the inputs. I assume it was because it disconnected or something when I opened Blue's Duck Station. Maybe restart the stream in
You
Discord.
should try. You should try to get a wire connection at some point.
Yeah.
Press start.
Excuse me. Duck Station? Huh? Why is the game not recognizing my controller? You crashing? I'm not crashing. Nothing's crashed yet, fortunately.
When the stream starts,
Okay, here's a plan
get a lot
B.
of crash.
Plan B. Disconnect and reconnect my controller. Okay.
Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back. Press start.
Bandicoots are not orange.
Are hedgehogs blue?
Only when they have a really bad day.
Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back. Press start to begin.
I don't know what's going on here. Let me check. Okay, that switching it over to controller work. Let me try. This is really weird. Hold on, let me check something. And by something, I mean Google.
Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back. Press start to begin.
Hmm. Controller settings.
Bandicoot comes from a word in the Telugu language of South India, which translates to pig rat. But later,
I see.
Oh,
they found out that some of these animals they were calling bandicoots weren't related. So now they're called bandicoot rats. So they're pig rats.
Hold on, let me.
Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back.
Okay, there we go. Got it. I had to change it from an Xbox controller to a DirectX input controller. But we got it. Took me.
Good.
Yeah, now we're all good. So where were we? Hopefully we're right where we... Okay, yes, this is the right hub. Oh, also, since Stu's here. Not here. Gonna check and see if this works since I'm loading a fresh save. Is the stream loading on Discord, by the way?
No.
Let me do that. There we go. Nope, I don't think we're getting any more lives out of this thing. Seems to be a once per file.
Yeah, Stu was really upset that you did that.
Fuck them. Okay, so I forget. Is this the bear chase level or is this the next bear level? Oh, it's the bear chase level. How appropriate. Also, Lit, I had a really bad...
What do you mean, how appropriate?
Because he was just jumping on the bait.
Yeah, exactly.
I see, I see. So yeah, the bear is rightfully pissed then, I see.
Lid, you want to know? I had a not great run on Last Crash 2 stream. You want to know how not great it was? I did not get an invincibility once. Because you get invincibility by getting 3 Aku Aku masks, and no,
So you must have been getting hit a bit.
yeah, no, I was making progress at least.
You know, when I watch
I
this
think there's a
game,
really
you know,
bullshit
all
secret
of-
level in this game in here. Anyway,
All I can think about when I look at this game now is, I'm really excited to see what this studio has to say about the dangers of organized religion.
Shut up. Okay, let's do slide jump. God, the slide lid. What's the name of the indie not crash? Oh, god damn it, the indie not crash like on Steam.
The mushroom one.
The mushroom one, yes.
It's like
That's Mario. That's one of the mushrooms.
No, it's Crash Bandicoot, but you play as a humanoid mushroom woman.
Okay.
It's like psilocybin.
Yes, psilocybin.
Silo.
That game is Hitler. That game's insane.
What?
That is more unreasonable than anything in a Crash Bandicoot. So, I'm gonna start off, Eli. Your mechanics
Yeah.
they keep from Crash are you have no slide jump, no double jump, none of the other mechanics in future games. You have jump and not a spin, but a slap. In that,
Okay.
which means unlike the spin, you don't get a hitbox protection behind and around you.
Okay.
And all of the level challenges are like insanely hard. Like they require you to do like a bunch of like super precise frame specific jumps.
Yeah, I'm looking at this game. I'm on the Steam page, and then they're showing the trailer for it. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I was excited because I was like, oh, you know what? I could go for a competent Crash like. And then it was like, no, we have no mechanics.
Honestly, like it could have the mechanics, and I'm like, this level design is really leaning into certain aspects about Crash.
Certain aspects of Kaizo. Oh, god damn it.
That just made me think, god damn it. Could you imagine Crash Bandicoot with hidden blocks?
They do some goofy shit off camera, but like a straight up invisible Mario style block. Evil. I don't want to imagine that.
So,
Welcome back, Zoe.
Hey,
sorry, my girlfriend's ex-girlfriend FaceTimes me, so of course I had to pick up.
oh, that's
Anyway, yeah, that's a little strange, but whatever. You do you.
Yeah, it's just normal.
Zoe.
Andy,
you-
before you continue,
Yes.
I have been wanting to make a joke since you posted in the Discord what you're playing tonight, and it's not a very funny joke.
Okay.
There's perhaps a way I could have thought it out further or made it make
You
more
had a
sense
lot of time to think it out
within
further,
a
I think.
conversation. But the more I thought about it, the less I thought it was funny, and yet I still feel the need to bring it up. And if I don't bring it up now, it's just going to be sitting in my head. So whatever you ask me, I'm going to be thinking about that while you ask me it. So I'm going to get it out of the way. What I was going to say when you announced that you were playing Crash 2 is I did not realize that they made a sequel to the 2004 film Crash from director Paul Haggis with 16 people instead of 8.
You really
more.
could have phrased that better. Like,
and also it's a sequel to the 1996 David Cronenberg Crash. So
I
Yeah, of course.
understand that movies with the same title that are completely unrelated come out at the same time. But I feel like Cronenberg Crash is a little too relevant that they should have had a different title for the Best Picture winner Crash.
I had never heard of the Cronenberg Crash movie until like a year ago, which is kind of depressing, I guess, because I was well familiar with the 2004 Crash.
I mean, yeah, it's the Best
It is
Picture.
ludicrous.
It's the Oscars' best decision.
It is ludicrous.
That movie is so bad, by the way. It is.
That movie is so bad that for the right reasons, as like a 10-year-old, right? Like, it wasn't like I was young and dumb and thought it sucked because it was boring. The opinion I gave as a 10-year-old is the same as the one I have now.
You shouldn't have made
correct.
something
That's
that
how bad of a movie
racist.
it is. That's how bad of a movie it is. What were you gonna ask me?
I was gonna ask how you feeling about Michael Penix.
I don't really feel anything. Yeah. I feel like I've said this a couple times here, and I appreciate your insistence on kind of following up, but I'm not a real Falcons fan.
That's fair, but it's like he might. I do feel like he's interesting in the question of, well, are the Falcons actually going to be good next year, just in general?
Yeah. I mean, okay. You want my like Falcons homer
Yes.
comment? I think that what you should really be feeling excited about as a Falcons fan, and what I'm happy about, is that Bijan Robinson looks good. Because he was a big disappointment when he was supposed to be like a star running back, and he finished the season with like 2 touchdowns a game for like the second half of the season, basically. So
yeah, I would say the Falcon. I made like an offhand like draft pre everything like tier list for all the teams that did not make the playoffs. And I feel like the Falcons, the Seahawks, the 49ers, and the Bengals are the only teams that I would say that I would can feel definitely comfortable going in the offseason.
Yeah, I could go through those. I mean, for the Niners, yes, it's like injuries and stuff, but that means that the same questions from previous years are still there and just have not been answered, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So, like, the anxiety after last season about, like, is this enough? I don't know.
Well, I'm not looking at it as, are you going to be a Super Bowl? I just look at it as, like, do I think you'll make the playoffs next year? And I think, yeah. Do you think you're gonna, is winning your division possible?
Will the Falcons make the playoffs?
I think they could be better than the Bucs next year. Anyway, this is Tiny Tiger. I like.
Seahawks, it's just like, what do they need to fix? I'm not quite sure. But I don't know how the Seahawks get better.
Do you think it's time to start thinking about getting rid of Geno?
Well, it definitely seemed like they were gonna, and then he fucking threw up like a crazy final 4-touchdown game. And the issue is like, all right, well,
God damn it.
Instead, for what? Kirk Cousins? A rookie who would have been like the 27th pick in a previous year's like draft? For what? I don't know who you're getting better than Kirk Cousins. I mean, than Geno Smith right now. So, and I don't feel like Geno was the issue ever. I mean, he threw picks and stuff. Like, was he like fucking top 10? No. But is there anybody better? No. What else did you say? The Bengals?
The Bengals and the Bengals are the other team.
I mean, the Bengals need to get a new DC, obviously.
I just feel like the Bengals are in a good position because I would rather be worried about trying to rebuild defense than offense. Like, that feels cheaper and more feasible in general.
Well, they're about to lose T. Higgins.
That's not good.
And Gesicki. Well, some people think maybe they'll keep him. I don't think they're gonna keep him. And then I don't know how much like the defense will get better with another DC. I don't think that was the problem with the defense, and I think that's just like how that happens.
Crash 2004's Uwe Pilled says Barry Ardman. I fortunately have not seen a single Uwe Boll movie.
He just announced his new one. Did you hear?
I did not. What's his new one?
It's called The Dark Knight.
Good for him.
And it stars canceled actor Armie Hammer.
Excellent. Anyway, I'm gonna redo the first level since I'm low on lives. And yeah, I can just save state, but that's like
Have you saved too much this playthrough?
I've started save stating on this stream just because of how close I am, but yeah.
How's your team doing, Andy?
Not good, but we ended the season by beating our most hated rivals, so you know.
Who's that?
The Green Bay Packers.
I see.
I'm excited for the playoffs. I think we got a pretty good like spread of teams this year. What do you think, Zoe?
Now, Andy, after, not necessarily right away, sometime after you crash, you gotta, go to the next classic 5th gen platformer, Donkey Kong 64.
No.
You don't even have to 100% it, Andy. It'll be
No.
fine.
I haven't even done DKC 2 and 3. Come back to me after I've played those games.
Yeah, but it would be funny to watch you suffer through DK64.
I'm gonna suffer plenty through Donkey Kong Country too, Eli. Don't you worry. That game's hard.
It's a different kind of suffer.
True, yes. Don't worry. I'll probably play some bad collected.
I saw someone on Twitter saying that Dark Souls is not as hard as Donkey Kong Country, and I disagree. But I think that DKC2 is harder than Dark Souls.
Would you say 3
One,
is?
not really. Not really.
I would say 3 is.
Really?
Maybe to
I mean, like, it
100%.
True, well, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, the base game. I'm thinking
Like,
of like.
it does have a couple like obnoxious levels, but it's honestly pretty on the easy side for the most part.
Dark Souls is a game for babies.
I'm sure you'll look forward to me streaming it
that's
this
true.
year, since I feel like I have run out of excuses.
I think if you put enough monkeys at typewriters.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah. No, I have
figure out
I have
Dark
no
Souls
doubt. I'm
pretty
not
quick.
worried about my ability to play Dark Souls. It's just like it's gonna be. I'm worried that Dark Souls will be my longest stream series.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. Do I break it up? Do I do it all in one run? When do I do it? These are things I'm thinking probably sometime this summer, but I don't know.
They put out one more trailer for Blade Chimera, which comes out in 9 days, and yeah, that game looks real good.
I'm glad. I don't really have anything early first quarter that it's like, oh man, I can't wait for this to come out soon. Like there's stuff, but nothing that I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely getting this day one. No questions. I'm sure there will be stuff that I do that for this year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, aside from re-releases, I don't think any game on my future games wish list actually has a date more specific than a quarter at this point.
Yeah, that's where I am too. Like I had no trouble making. I mean I would say it was a little harder making my top 5 list for this year than it was the last 2 years. But I did not. I was able to find like 5 I think pretty good answers.
The lid DKC Return to HD is not on your list to pick up.
Nope.
What about Xenoblade Chronicles HD?
Yup.
That game's been out for a while.
He means X.
Remastered.
I know.
Yeah, but it's like called it HD.
Also, I'm still calling it Twin Star.
Ironically, compared to 2 and 3, X was already HD.
Damn, that's funny. How'd they get worse at development than on the Wii U? Well, I understand with 2.
All the jiggle physics. That's a lot of compute you need for that.
That's true. And also, the 2 was clearly rushed.
I saw someone posted a GIF of jiggle physics from I think Dead or Alive 1 on the PlayStation 1, and someone commented that like this was like as difficult as like the moon landing back in 1996.
And just as worthwhile too.
I mean, if you say so.
Want that one up?
Maybe you need to bounce on the.
I was, but I spun it away. There we go. Let's
You
go.
can still get a claw.
But do you miss 3D video games being full of 2D sprites?
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Zoe, did you hear my question about the playoffs earlier?
What was your question?
How you feeling about like the roster overall now that we're here? Like the teams that made it versus the teams that did.
I'm sad that there's no Bengals.
Yeah, same. Are you excited to watch Bo Nix's playoff game?
It'll be fine.
I'm just referring to the fact that you've talked him a lot this year.
You know, I've been shit talking Bo Nix.
I feel like you and Gus, you've been calling not bad, but boring. And you're like, I don't like watching him.
No, I'm referring to a video that calls him boring. I don't have that opinion.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm just.
There's a video I very like that's reviewing Bo Nix, and then they get bored, and then it cuts to something else. That's what you're remembering.
Well, Gus, I
really
think,
have
actually does.
I think kind of all of these games could be fun.
Yeah. I hope the Packers get blown out. They got a lot of injuries, so. By the way, it felt so fucking good to end the season on that. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say I'm the least interested in Packers Eagles.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Vikings Commanders would be pretty good. I think,
When I see like
Andy, are you not hoping that the Kansas City Chiefs go into the Super Bowl? I thought you loved them.
Zoe actually would be, because she deeply respects any time someone is like supernaturally good at sports. Like,
yeah, it really makes me
Just saying,
happy.
like just
I love
seeing,
bias.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love just like unfair dominance from teams. It's really funny to me.
Which I do understand on some level. It is very appealing to just be like, oh yeah, look at that sicko go.
I feel like you'll definitely beat this game today.
Yeah, I definitely, I was expecting it to. Did it break everything? Yes, good. In Crash 1, when you do dynamite like that, sometimes the boxes would not break. Actually, I think most of the time.
It's not on screen, so it's not real.
Woo! Okay. Oh, okay, cool. I wasn't sure. Thank you, Burn, for resubscribing. It's been over 2 years now. Really appreciate all the support. Yeah, we're not doing the prediction stream because I'm feeling reasons, like multiple things. But I will be doing it Friday, and instead we're just just chilling out, beating Crash 2. What's your favorite Crash death, Lid? There's a lot of good ones. I think it's the 3 in the underwater levels where you get stung by the pufferfish and he inflates.
Andy, you're really into Crash.
I know, as soon as I said that, as soon as I fucking said that, I was like, alright, I shouldn't have... Okay.
I was literally loading my dishwasher in the other room. I just ran back to my laptop to say that.
Alright, go finish your fucking dishes.
Give me 1 second.
I like the one where he turns into a block of ice.
Oh yeah, and the polar bear's fine. That one's all... I was thinking of that one, actually.
You see, I think that like the ghost with angel wings is like that's an interesting like visual. The problem is that they just kind of use it as like the generic death animation when they don't have something else.
I thought you were gonna say the problem is I don't believe Crash Bandicoot would go to heaven.
I mean that too, but you know.
I'd say, don't do your prediction stream any later than Friday, or else, like, it's not prediction anymore. Like,
Yeah, no, that's also what I am thinking. I'm like, no, I gotta decide. It come hell or high water, I'm doing it. I don't know what's back here, so I'm going to make sure. Those are a lot of lives, so I think I'm going to, like, be... You know what? I don't need to go for that, because that's probably for the crystal or something, but I got 2 lives out of it, so it was worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Lex.
What up, fam?
Playing
what?
Crash.
Crash. Nice. Crash Bandicoot. Big long eyelashes. Let's go.
Thank you.
Okay, real question though. Is Crash Bandicoot a T-boy?
Lid, I feel like you're more qualified to answer this than me.
Am I? Do I know enough about Crash to know what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, you haven't played, like...
Crime? Am I witnessing a hate crime right now?
I'm not worried about what Crash has going on.
Oh, god damn it. I should have just gone...
Crash is just living his best life.
I don't know if Crash is living
no,
its
it's
best
not.
life. Andy, what would you do if you met... I mean... I would not like to be around Crash Bandicoot. He would probably, like, drool on me. It would probably be like being near a goat. Because he's, you know... Because it...
You know, many bandicoots are nocturnal, so this game is actually very unrealistic.
Thank you, Lid.
He's an insomniac. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong spell.
Yeah, no. Well, he's not a dog as a marsupial, so he can't be naughty in that sense. I'm not going for the box gem, so I'll just take the life.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I love the didgeridoo, though. The didgeridoo is iconic.
I can't believe that they announced a fucking Helldivers movie.
Yeah, I know.
What? I remember the Ghost of Tsushima stuff that, like, they're getting the Madoka guy to write a Ghost of Tsushima, I think, TV show?
Well, right in big quotes. He was also, quote-unquote, writing a Ruby project that just slapped his name on it. Andy, could you eat that many mangoes? No, I could not. Give me, like, 2 apples, and I'm like, I'm satisfied.
Fruits.
Yes, that is also true. Although I will say, calling them mangoes is at least more accurate than apples. Because they do look like mango. Actually, they look more like peaches, but...
It's just like a year ago, Helldivers was that bullshit that some podcasts mentioned one time in 2015 or whatever.
Yeah, it is crazy how, like, I think I can say no. Like no one in this call who paid attention to video games thought Helldivers 2 would be like a big success. We were all wrong about that.
Yeah.
Also, it's very funny to make a Helldivers movie, considering like you're just stealing. Yeah. Like, oh man, Dan, like it already exists. I can watch it right now. Are you digging it, Eli?
Alright.
Oh, that's the name of the level.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, this is the level. Fuck this level.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna play some Helldivers 2 right now.
Have fun. I can try that now that I have a new graphics card.
Helldivers 2 sold more copies for any game.
Did you end up
on
going with
this
30,
platform.
60? 10?
Than any PS1 game? That's kind of absurd. Wow.
Yep.
How much did Helldivers 1 sell? I like that they have a level like this, though, where it's like, we're going to take the mechanics that were previously dash level only and put them in a normal thing. Like, that's clever. Oh, god damn it.
From what I can find, about 10 months ago, Helldivers 1 had sold 2 million copies, and now it has sold about 4 million.
That's crazy. Is that the biggest... I mean, actually, no, because Street Fighter is... Actually, this might be bigger than Street Fighter. In terms of sequel bump.
The original was one of those games that released on PS3, 4, and Vita.
God, that's... Video games used to be so different. Oh, that's mean! Fuck you! 2 hidden boxes up there. Oh no. Yeah, not worth it. I like the bonus levels lit. I think they were a very good inclusion.
I think,
Oh, it's this one.
I think the whole thing of, like, you find a colored gem and then you can, like, go to new parts of the levels and stuff. I think that that's neat, I guess.
But it doesn't really fit in a game like this.
I don't know about that. I think it's more just like... I think that aside from just the novelty of being 3D, that it's like less interesting than say hidden exits or switch palaces in a game like Mario World. I totally forgot about digging in the ground.
I did too. I think it's this level specifically. This level is one of the worst in the game to go for 100% for, because you have to backtrack along the second path once you get the gen, and it's like, oh, it's really fucking mean about it. They knew. That's why they put a checkpoint right there. Andy, are you allergic to bees? No, I am not. I've been stung by bees, but I am not allergic to them.
I don't think I've ever been stung by a bee.
Lid is friend to the bees.
This is true.
That court, you know what
That's
that court, you know what my first thought when I saw that like Cortex robot Lid is? He looks like Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, I was gonna say Dale
how
from
come-
King of
That
the
is also true, but I was at the hat felt more.
How come he just walks in place like that?
I think I had him blocked on like a corner or something. God damn it. Oh, we're back here. Okay, that one was on me. No, I think his JI is just broken in that sense.
How many levels are there left?
How many levels? I think 8. Not counting boss fights.
I forget that I thought this was like 5 world.
Yeah, 5 worlds, 5 levels per world. So I've got 2 more I've got 3 more after this, and then 5 more levels in the last one.
No, I'm saying I thought this was the final.
No, this is World 4.
Gotcha.
Crash, I haven't got much time. Cortex has almost completed the new space station. Something is not right with his statements. Beware of the trick.
Alright. So this level is Satan, if you're going. Who was my first video game crush? I honestly do not know that answer to you.
Can you name a
He's
current
avoiding
video game pro?
something.
Urbosa is a very good design.
That is a good design.
Lid, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? I played through Super Metroid.
Hell yeah.
Never heard of it.
It's a real obscure one.
I mean, proportionally, actually, I don't even know if that's true among, like, if you look at, like, it's probably still... Actually, do you think Super Metroid's in the top 100 best-selling Nintendo games? Probably not, actually.
Probably not.
I mean, the reason why I said I hesitated was because I know it made, Player's Choice on the Super Nintendo. But that was only 1 million copies.
The smaller market back then.
Yeah. Especially when you consider that every single, like, Pokemon gen has sold, and remake has sold over 10 million. It's like, oh, shit's crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Luigi's Mansion 3 is number 50.
Oh god, yeah, no, not even close. Lid, did you...
For context, Luigi's Mansion 3 is often joked about as being a sequel to a spin-off and still outselling basically every PlayStation or Xbox.
Depending on...
first-party
God
title.
damn it. That's... Oh, that's so fucking mean. This is a little fun. Yeah, no. It is also arguably the best-selling horror game of all time. Okay, there we go.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think Metroid's ever really done numbers, as they say.
Yeah, I don't even think the Dread would make the top 100.
I feel like Dread might.
And I know they're the best like one. Saying that there's.
I'm just saying that, like, I know Dread's like 5 million, and it's, or no, actually wait, Dread's like 3 million. Never mind.
Dread is a few million for sure. It's Nintendo.
So I think the most bullshit box in Crash 2 is somewhere in this bonus level. Bullshit in terms of how was anyone supposed to find that? Who will be my last video game crush? What? Bern, how are you feeling about the Chargers' playoff chances? I think you can probably beat the Texans.
I just saw that image of the Beal.
Of the what?
The Beal.
I'm glad you liked it. I saw it on Twitter. A friend of mine posted it. And it's like, Lid would love it.
I don't know what the Beal is.
It's a seal, but it's a bee.
Ah,
Exactly.
yeah, that is a very Lid thing.
It looks like Beanie from the hit game Beanie.
Oh, god damn it. I should have slided.
You know, they showed footage for the new Virtua Fighter at CES at the NVIDIA showcase, and I think it would be really funny now that some people are like expressing dissatisfaction with Tekken. If Virtua Fighter somehow comes back and like
That'd be cool.
gains some foothold in the 3D market,
Eli.
kind of like how with Street Fighter with 5 kind of. When people were dissatisfied, so that other games kind of dominated the space for a little bit.
Or Lid, did you see what the budget for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War was? That was the 2020 Call of Duty, because it leaked.
Was that the one that was $700 million?
Correct.
Look, Black Ops or
Yeah.
Call of Duty is a way to just scam the Pentagon out of money. Like that's all it is.
That is true, yeah. Did you also see that, like, because I think in 2015 the budget was like $15 million, or no, sorry, not 15, like $400 million, but for like more sales.
Yeah, it peaked and then like it seems like it's basically stabilized at like 40 million or whatever.
Which is still
They
crazy.
make their money back. They make their money back by getting like 1,000 teenagers to ruin their life and join the military. All right, like that's.
I mean, recruitment rates are going down, so you know, but Call of Duty sales are staying high, so I think that says something to me.
That's true. If they really wanted people to serve their country, they would have. Made it mandatory.
Well, it was for a while, till it wasn't.
It's never, military in the U.S. has never been mandatory.
Ah, but the draft
Let's
was,
see.
and that counts.
Okay. But that's a drain.
Yeah, I know, but you know, the government could say you're joining the military, and there was nothing you could do about it except leave the country.
What do you think about them graphics processing units they done shown?
It's funny they put in the Horizon like face app at it, deliberately.
That's evil, actually.
It is deeply, but in a funny way.
I don't know. I think we'll find out how funny it is once people have that in their computers.
That's true, yeah. Joining the military sub-goal. Look, I'm 26 and I have asthma and autism. I'm good. They ain't barking up this tree. I don't need to.
Do you think that autism would preclude you from serving in the military?
No, I don't. But I do think that
That might be true.
I wouldn't say like strictly, but I don't think it would preclude me. But I think it would be like a deterrent. They're less likely to pick. If it came down to me or someone else who didn't have autism, I would be less likely, is what I think.
For me, what I want them to do is I need them to reinstate Don't Ask, Don't Tell, just in case.
So true.
Just in case what?
Just in case.
Just in case there's a draft.
Well, why would you want them to reinstate Don't Ask, Don't Tell? You should just want them to not want you in the army at all for being gay. Don't Ask, Don't Tell was like a compromise.
Oh yeah. Well, you know that's a good point.
No, you
I
should
can't
just
believe my
want
gay
them banned
parents-
being gay.
Yeah.
In the army.
In the military.
In the military.
Otherwise, you know,
Can't believe it.
I'm gonna keep being gay.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that? Have you seen that Onion video where it's like the general who's like, no, we cannot risk our precious homosexuals in combat.
Yeah.
Union's been making I think a decent run of like video content recently. Nothing like super crazy, but like enough where it's like, yeah, I'll subscribe. I'm happy to see that show up in my shorts feed, unlike a lot of the other stuff that shows up in my shorts feed. YouTube shorts are evil.
I think vertical videos of it, and are a sign of they're a bad
Moral
omen.
decay.
I don't know. I don't know if I would go that extreme, but that's the thing. I don't know. I might.
Just bad vibes, you know?
I do look down on anyone who likes them, for sure.
Problem is, I think there's probably, like, at least for a period, and probably to still some extent, some like better quote unquote content on something like TikTok than has been on something like X in years, but everything is all turning into one single form of content. So I don't really differentiate between like the 14-hour vertical videos that people are watching and scrolling endlessly on Twitter. The forever endless mindlessness is all one mono slop, you know?
I can get behind that.
I get what you're saying, but for me, being in a video format, just I don't know, it sits worse with me.
Yeah, I get it. I was just briefly very pro TikTok, in that I was like legitimately impressed with some of like what was getting put on there for a bit, and I was like, I don't know, there's some cool shit happening on here for the first time on the internet in a minute, but I don't really feel that way anymore. But there was a period where I was like, I don't know, I feel like people are actually getting really creative for the first time on average. Like, the average creativity was higher on there than anywhere else for a little bit. You know, obviously there's creative people everywhere, but I felt like on average the creativity was pretty high on there for a little bit, and I mean, now that's kind of gone though.
Yeah, I feel like there's developed like a subculture, and within that subculture, just feeding itself. So instead of being
think
exposed to
basically as
people's
soon as
lives,
the,
you're
like,
getting TikTok content.
As soon as the like voice to the text to speak content started on TikTok and shit, that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
And then also maybe as soon as people like figured out the algorithm and stuff more, I don't know. It seemed like you had to like try pretty hard to like do well on TikTok for a while. Like you had to like actually have content, you know? Now you can like fucking do a slideshow of tweets and shit like that, or like fucking, you know, just have. Slop's bad, dude. There's so much slop.
There's so much slop.
There is.
Everywhere.
It's in the schools.
It's in the schools.
What?
I watched YouTube. I'm somebody who does watch annoying YouTube video essays, but I'm generally very snobby. Like, I you know...
That's a good standard to have. I'm less snobby than you, I would say. But
I have a pretty high standard for my video essays. They are still YouTube video essays. I'm not going to act like it's more than that, but, like, I will not watch just some random shit on my algorithm. Usually. However, this weekend, my girlfriend was sick, and she had the remote and just kept putting on, like, suggested stuff. And we really got into, like, the most insane Japanese documentary ever.
Oh, that was dick!
Whatever.
Fuck you!
I was like, this is crazy. Like, not that it was the video, but like, I was like, I am being numbed by this. Like, hours are passing, you know? I don't like it though. I mean, it frustrates me that, you know, I would say like, some stuff I do like. The thumbnail and title sounds exactly the same as like a ton of stuff I hate, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going back to like the grade school usage of the fucking internet, where I'm just like, I'm using it for purely educational purposes regarding my trades, and like learning about certain things or certain peoples, or just like watching old interviews or old media, because there is a ton of old media that you can find on YouTube and shit for free.
Oh yeah.
And I just like, all right, I just grind through that.
Who was I talking to yesterday about? Oh, you, Lex, about the heroin that shocks you. My metaphor.
Yeah, that was a good metaphor.
Analogy. My analogy for my experience of Twitter lately, with X, is you know, like, so let's say you get addicted to heroin, right? Obviously, the
I think
act
we
of
might be
doing
at the
heroin,
first game over.
it does become less fun, and you do start to do it just to feel normal or whatever, right? Like you do start losing some of the pleasure of it or whatever. And I would say for a while that's what Twitter was, where it was like, you know, I was losing a lot of the pleasure of it. But now I would say it's become like if every time you injected heroin, somebody tased you. It's hard to break the addiction when it's even when it stops being fun. But now it's so actively abrasively awful that I find myself opening it and then closing it almost immediately after I see something that pisses me off. And that's new. That's a pretty new development.
That's maybe a good thing. That's maybe you developing
Like,
a
it
defense
doesn't help.
mechanism.
None of the stuff.
I don't
that,
think
like,
so. No, I think it's. I mean, I do think it's a good thing, and that I'm not on it as much. I don't think it's a defense mechanism. I think it's a sign that it's really for real this time, worse than ever.
No, like the stuff that
God,
stuff that
fuck you.
sucks.
How
on
did
X
how did you
actually
fall off
just
that
is,
edge?
like,
I don't
How
know.
did that
I
happen?
don't fucking. I think because
bad.
the belly flop hitbox is stupid. Fuck Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
At least you saw that and was like, that was bullshit. At least I'm not like, oh, how could you fall off that? That was so obvious.
No, that was like you were standing on the box, and then the animation just decided that you weren't standing anymore.
My so I don't do social media for work, and I haven't for a while, right? I don't do work social media stuff anymore. But theoretically, I am supposed to like pay attention to stuff that happens in my field on social media, right? Like news and stuff, so that I'm up to date. And I don't do that. And I kind of got caught not doing it recently, and it kind of bit me in the ass.
Oh, do you still
Because I
have a
missed
job,
out on
by the way?
something.
Because I remember you were saying at the end of the year, like, things might be bad for you.
I think I'm fine. I really actually think I'm fine.
That's good.
Yeah, it is good. And even this, it was like I just kind of missed out on money. Somebody else got money. I could have got it, you know. But my boss kind of like earnestly asked me like, "Hey, are you still like on X? Because like if you're not, just tell me or whatever." And I was like, it's a little weird how he's phrasing this, and I think he thinks that, and this isn't that far from the truth, but that I left it because of like transphobia, and he doesn't want to make me be on there for work because of that. So he's having me assign like social media monitoring stuff to somebody else in the company. So I'm pretty sure I'm getting work taken away from me and put on somebody else because thinks I'm terrified of transphobia on the internet.
How we feeling? So it's the start of 2024. How are we feeling about Blue Sky?
No, it's
Or
the next year.
2025.
It's a different number.
It's an app.
I'm very anti Blue Sky.
I am.
Why? I want to hear your position on this. 'Cause
I can kind of rant about it, so maybe I'll let other people answer first.
I like Blue Sky because people whose posts I want to see are on there, and that I can tell it to not show me posts from other people.
Yeah, that is very nice. It is very easy to just go, because I am someone who only ever uses the following tab on Twitter, because why would I ever, or like specific things. I don't want the algorithm to be like, you might like this. It's like, I don't care. So, and Blue Sky is there are enough people on there where I am in line with it. It's still missing a ton of features, though. I will say that's my biggest problem. It's
I do not feel like there are that many people on Blue Sky that I like for me.
yeah, I can totally see that. There's like a lot of it is that a lot of it are gaming talking heads that I like, and it's like, oh, they're all on here. There's so few of them left on Twitter.
Am I missing significant Andy content by not being on Blue Sky?
I wouldn't say significant. I post, I would say, like 15% more on Blue Sky, but not 15-20%, but not as significant. I'm still using both hesitantly.
The thing
I
is,
log into Twitter like once a week to maybe post something I don't want to be public and see if I have a notification from the last time I did that, and then I don't touch it for another week.
I mostly want to see stuff from my friends' privs, personal life stuff.
Yeah, and privs don't exist on Blue Sky, which is, again, big problem.
There's
a lot of things don't exist on Blue Sky. It's
Group
pretty
chats
stupid.
not existing is probably the single
What do I primarily get out of Twitter right now? Anime art, my friends' private accounts, sports news.
Sports is slower. I feel like it's getting better. Anime, I feel like is in a pretty good, but yeah, friend group wise,
There's no way it's as much though. I mean,
it's not as much, but I do think it is growing. Like it is trending in the right direction.
Are there fucking Japanese artists on Blue Sky?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
There are some, but like a lot of the Japanese accounts that I follow, artists or otherwise, just are not. Or
I've just been going off what people have been
retweeting. I say like they might have emergencies, like if they need it, but like they're not posting on it, they're just posting on Twitter.
Okay, yeah.
So until they leave Twitter.
Yeah, that's the thing. If like group chats and like of the features I wanted, I would consider deleting my Twitter account. But it's like, nah, I'm still posting on both until we move more in one direction. God damn it, I almost had it.
I essentially need FOMO to be created, and it just hasn't. I'm just not missing it.
Blue Sky has had, like, I feel like from the election until like a week before Christmas, it felt like, oh shit, Blue Sky's grown. Blue Sky's taken off. And that was a bigger jump than I think I'd seen it in previous years. And it felt like, oh man, Blue Sky is great. But now I'm like, we flatlined.
Remember.
I think there's like.
I feel like.
I think Blue Sky will get more growth again, but it feels like peaks and valleys.
Maybe I'm. Well, yes, that's true. But I was thinking, like, compared. I don't know what the numbers were compared to last month, but I feel like that one day. Do you remember, like, a year or two ago, where it was like, oh, the site traffic doubled, and it was all people from Japan joining, and then the site traffic like doubled, and it was all people from Brazil joining because right. I don't know.
I have a Blue Sky skepticism prompt for you guys.
Okay.
On the internet.
Yes.
For platforms, anything from YouTube to generally social media, but it can kind of go beyond social media. Can you name a platform that was essentially just supposed to be a newer, slightly cleaner or better version of another one that won?
I do have an argument in terms of replacement. I would argue TikTok was that for Vine. They were different, and you could also argue that that's bullshit.
Vine ended.
That's true, yes.
I'd say Facebook for MySpace.
I disagree on that. I pretty heavily disagree on that one because that is feature based. Like Facebook had a significant amount of features that MySpace did not, and vice versa. And people chose.
I would bring up this example, but there is a 0% chance anyone in this call has ever used Dig.
Twitter. The thing with my
Dig was Reddit before Reddit.
Yeah. Oh. Not only is Blue Sky just supposed to be, hey, this is Twitter but better, it has less features, as Andy is talking about. Like, that is such an insane uphill battle. Like, how many times have we seen, like, the opposite, honestly. Like, here's YouTube, but it's actually a way better website or whatever. Like, here's blah blah blah, but it's way better made, and it goes nowhere.
But I will
Because
say
that's-
this about
doesn't
Blue
happen.
Sky.
This is something that's worse, honestly. The only difference is there's not Nazis on there, kind of. Like
there are things that Blue Sky has, but I will say the big thing that Blue Sky for me right now is it feels like Blue Sky compared to Twitter has gotten to the place where it has eliminated all of the alternate Twitter alternatives. Like Threads is dead now, I feel like. Threads failed compared to Blue Sky.
I don't know.
I hear people on
the thing
TV
is,
talking about
I don't
Blue
know
Sky.
because I feel like there is so little overlap between the kind of person who leaves Twitter for Threads and the kind of person who leaves Twitter for Blue Sky.
That is true.
I have talked to coworkers who are very different demographics. I have like annoying crypto weirdo coworkers, and then I have like normie marketing, like upper middle class type coworkers, and the latter were all very excited about Threads, and they have all fallen off of it. So I don't know if there's some.
Yeah, I don't know if Blue Sky has succeeded, but I feel like Threads has failed. Is the argument I'm making.
I think that Threads has some like weird niche communities that are pretty big. Like I think it's big in like some random ass countries you would not think of, or like things like that. So it's like not dead, but there's some like really specific communities that are really active on Threads, either regionally or like on certain topics, I think. But it doesn't have like mainstream appeal.
Yeah, no. And given, I will say this, Threads probably had a higher budget than Blue Sky for a while there, so that I think is more damning on Threads.
Probably still does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not probably, it definitely still does.
Yeah.
But Threads is, I feel like Threads probably just exists for some weird psycho secondary purposes, like feeding Meta's AI or some shit like that.
Yeah, I know they're already talking about like posting AI profiles on Instagram.
Got really disappointed and excited and then disappointed for a second. Someone posted a fake post in a Discord server I'm in that Nick Fuentes has AIDS. Sadly, he does not.
I mean, that's not true.
Yeah, I know. I did say it was fake, so.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That is not cool enough to have that condition. All right.
I feel like since the advent of PrEP, though, the demographic of people who have AIDS has changed. Maybe.
The only person I know who, like, personally, I've only met really one person who has HIV, and they were the dumbest millennial I've ever met.
Me?
Actually, tragic situation. I don't.
Yeah, I was
like
gonna
a
say, I
living
feel like the majority of people who have HIV these days it's probably pretty dire situations. As in recently contracted, not like they have had it and they're living with it.
Yeah.
No, it
It's
actually.
probably mostly needle sharing and like shit like that.
I don't think it was. Maybe it was that way. I don't know.
God fucking. Also, Lid. Did you see that? Because it happened to me a couple times in the first stream. The most bullshit mechanic in Crash history is still in here. You could spin away lives.
Oh yeah.
That's about as evil as anything Neil Druckmann has said about Palestinians.
Oh my god.
No, Andy, it is not.
No, it's not. No, it's
Air horns.
air horns, yeah. Like, sometimes you could say something dumb and hyperbolic. In my defense, I at least implied Neil Druckmann. Yeah, no, I'm not digging any deeper. I was just saying I was
No,
not
no,
defending
take
Neil
off, stupid.
Druckmann. That's all.
I'm kidding around. I know you're not defending me, sir.
Wait! Well, okay, I guess it is a hammer. So yeah, that probably would be able to damage Crash there. I like the tombstone pop-up.
That's a pretty good death animation.
Lives? No, but Wampa. Nope, nope. So that Nitro staircase actually leads to a bonus level. But, I'm good. So, you got any New Year's resolutions?
I'm somebody who already like has always setting goals and shit, so it was kind of hard. But I want to. So I have a single loan that I am paying off on a monthly basis or whatever, and have been for like a couple years for the data science program I did. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I never used. And that like finishes in a couple months. And my main like thing I want to stick to is I want to have all the money I was paying for those monthly payments, like that exact amount, go into savings, as opposed to just having that amount of money more per month. So that's my like big thing, is I want to start saving money again, because I haven't been saving money since I moved pretty much at all. I just kind of paycheck to paycheck.
That sounds like a good goal.
If I just move that exact amount of money to account instead of my loan, once that's done, I'll have savings again. So that's the big one. But I have, you know, I have like constantly changing like fitness goals and stuff. So kind of hard to do that as a New Year's resolution because I already have a bunch of those goals. Oh right, being nicer. I'm gonna be nicer this year.
Good luck.
It's nice Zoe year.
Wow, Andy, you couldn't believe in your friend Zoe for one
I meant
second,
that as an
yet-
entirely neutral state. Like, just good luck. Yeah. no.
Thank you, Andy.
Kindness.
It's not that easy for me.
Like, I recognize that it is a challenge, yes, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a good goal to have. We'll see.
And to be fair, I think people on the internet, including you, Andy, are maybe thinking of different things than I'm thinking about.
Maybe, yeah.
I
Probably.
am more referring to
coworkers.
actually not like me calling Lola fat or whatever. I'm more referring
Well,
to
I mean, that's deserved. You can't be
being
mean to Lola. She
cold.
deserves everything you have ever said to her.
Being less cold to like new people and strangers and stuff.
Okay. More outgoing, I guess,
was-
is.
Yeah, I'm a very social person. I'm charismatic and stuff, but I routinely have people tell me months later that they thought I hated them or that I was upset about something when I had not even realized they existed or things like that. So I'm trying to smile more and be more kind of directly friendly to people that I don't know in social situations so that people don't think I hate them.
And the only person I know in this friend group who that initially happened to, I think, was Crumb. But then, but it's. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Bozo did think that.
Lola, Mook.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago, though. But yeah. Actually, no. Yeah. I guess it was more.
And it's. You can imagine it's worse in person because I have a very steely face. Most of the time. I don't laugh very easily, things like that. So. You know, if we have like a 30-second conversation and I introduce myself and you introduce yourself, and I think I just give people these like really deadpan reactions or whatever, and they assume I'm upset or something. Not everybody, but you know, more socially anxious people, which I hang out with transsexuals, and there's a lot of those. Then higher or more anxious people tend to assume that I despise them, and I'd like to change that. I made out with one of those people on New Year's as a like, hey, I don't hate you. I heard you think I hate you. I don't hate you.
Now come here.
Yeah.
Say, I'm one of those people. I did not mean one of those people that Zoe made out with on New Year's.
That'd be
I'm one of
really
those people
funny.
worried.
I did make out with a lot of people
I'm
on
one
New
of
Year's.
Yeah, but I wasn't in New York. That's the thing.
You weren't there.
No, but
Next year.
I tend to worry. Like, it can be someone I've known for like Annie. Like, it could be like Esther, who I've known for like 10 years. It's like I just suddenly worry that people don't like me.
Oh my god, dude.
Good.
My partner is like that, and it makes me so mad. Yeah, it's like you need like every 2 weeks needing like reassurance that this person still fucks with you or whatever. Not that intensely, but yeah, suddenly thinking that
I
they
don't
don't
want to say
fuck
like I
with you anymore.
need reassurance.
You have doubts.
But, you know, I always just worry like, oh, did I say something when?
Yeah.
Like I do rationalize that like it's probably not that at all, you know. But
Yeah. But you got that feeling.
yeah, it's. I try to ignore it. Like I don't go to someone for reassurance saying, "Hey, do you actually like me or no?"
Burn says they will never
Like,
doubt
I
me
don't do
doubt
that.
me again. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh no, they were talking about me because I kept dying.
See-
And here we go. First Crash Band 2 game over.
You know, I don't get this stuff because I have other problems. But I think everybody loves me and I'm obsessed with myself, which has other downsides. But means I'm never like, oh, this person doesn't like me. I can have somebody tell me they think I'm annoying and I still think they like me.
See, I can't relate to that at all. That's so interesting.
Yeah, it's the opposite, you know, and it has other downsides.
No, like I've had situations where someone has told me how much they like I've met someone and they told me when they didn't have to tell me how much they enjoyed hanging out with me, and then like a couple days later I'll be wondering like, but did they really?
Yeah. No, my partner is like that. My partner loves to read into things. But then also is not a like, oh, I'm gonna get reassurance. Like you were saying, you don't do that.
but to some extent, it like to a fault or whatever, where it's like they don't want to like even try to clarify things or whatever, you know. And it's like, have you considered asking this person you said upset them or whatever, you know? It's like, no, you know,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Like I sent someone on like the 29th. You know, I sent them a nice message and stuff. And I didn't hear back from them. And so we're like, are they?
Oh my god, yep.
Did I do something? And I didn't like bring this up to them, or I just kind of let it go. It's like, well, maybe they do have another reason. Turned out they had the flu, and that's why they didn't get back to me.
Yep.
They
See,
did a very
that happens to me, and I either assume that they're busy and don't worry about it, or I assume that they're busy and then double text them. Like, I double text a lot. A lot of people are very anxious about double texting. I double text first. I mean, I text first and I text a lot. I follow up. Like, I almost never come to negative conclusions in these cases. Whereas I know a lot of people who, like, fucking the worst was I knew two people who separately were like, oh, I don't think this person wants to be friends with me anymore. So I'm kind of like waiting for them to reach out to ask to hang out. But they were both doing that. They both wanted to be friends with each other, but they wanted evidence that the other person wanted to be friends. So they were both not talking to each other or reaching out to hang out because they both thought the other person didn't want to and didn't want to like do it first, whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you guys. Like,
I do. Sometimes what does help is thinking like, okay, but has anyone ever thought this about me? And I know it would be like pretty irrational in that case, because if I don't like someone, I just kind of cut them off, and it is kind of hard for me to actually like stop liking someone to the point where I don't want to cut them off. So it's like, unless that happens, I'm not against anyone that I would have considered a friend to begin with. So, like, I need to look at it from that perspective as, like, I'm not doing that, so they're probably not doing that to me.
Andy, want to hang out? Yeah, next time I'm in California.
there's also like another thing I feel like I have had to teach some socially struggling people in my life is that sometimes being a little fake is still showing effort. And the example I give for this, right, is I have certain people who, let's say I'm posting about being down, right? They reach out to me and they say, hey, I saw you're feeling down. Is everything okay? Do you want to talk? Or I'm here if you need to talk. And I know that I'm not going to hit them up for talking. Like, this is not somebody that I talk about personal life stuff with, too. But the fact that they reached out and offered, even though I know they know that I was never going to actually, like, take them up on that offer, still means something. And then I'll talk to people who, like, would not do that, or when somebody else does it, they, like, think about how it's fake and feel negatively. And I'm like, no, that's still, like, that's how social interactions work. Like, sometimes being fake isn't just that you're being, like, sneaky. It's just, like, you're showing some level of, like...
Oh, you're from Idaho?
Hey,
Wait, why the fuck are you a
doing
Chargers
that.
fan, then? Well, I guess they're actually thinking about it, like, you don't really have a team to root for. I guess maybe Seahawks.
Anyway, I don't know why I'm giving fucking social life advice on your stream, Andy.
I mean, it's a conversation
not,
between
right?
friends. I feel like it was not you were giving it to chat, you're giving it to us and giving your perspective on that, so it's, you know.
It makes for good conversation, you know?
Yeah, no.
I was totally engaged talking to you about this, you know?
I'm just imagining, like, the like what Zoe just talked about in form of like Maoist polemic, like in defense of being fake,
Sure.
and it's making me smile.
Sometimes that's all you need, just little things to make you smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tricky subject. I think it's also tricky because I think it's also something where the more you think about it, tactically or whatever, the that can be bad.
No,
Yeah.
you need to be off the cuff. Like the moment you're like, how do I approach this to get like you're just like you're already fucking up because just like
I
do
think
the
certain
genuine
people
thing
do
you
need
wanted
to
to
have
do
the how
first.
do I approach this.
Right.
But yeah, there's too much of that too. You know, like you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
in
I
some
do that too
ways,
much. So for me, it's
this is
like
technically my skill for my job. I don't have skills really other than like making people like me. So I do think about this stuff a little psychopathically for my job, and that has warped me a little bit. But that makes me useful to autistic people
right.
because I can tell them what's
that is
happening.
very helpful.
I can tell them what's happening. I remember I like.
Oh, god damn it!
You're like a social seeing eye dog for autistic
No, dude,
people.
like fucking an autistic person, a friend of mine, took me to a party with a bunch of their friends, and later it was just me and them, and like I was a little tipsy, and they were like asking me a lot about my job, and then I like gave an example of something that happened at the party, where I was like, yeah, well, I noticed that there's like this person in your friend group who, when they talk, everybody points their shoulders at them. And I noticed that like somebody would stop talking when they would start talking, even if they weren't actually like within conversational distance and stuff like that. And I started like rattling off all these things about how I was pointing out that this person had like a dominant role in their social circle, and they looked at me like really scared for a second, but then really excited because they were like, they were just like, well, what about this person? What about this person? They're like, oh, that makes so much sense.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's sometimes backfires where it's weird that I'm noticing these things with like friends and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything evil with it or whatever. You know?
Look, sometimes people just have advantages.
Yeah, I'm also not like a social like. I'm not like a very important person in my friend circle or social life. I don't choose to try to do that. But I could if I wanted to.
Kind of a hilarious thing to bring up. Well,
Alright. Okay. So Zoe, you thinking about Valentine's Day plans?
I am. I'm thinking real ahead for. Her birthday is the 1st of February as well. And I already have some gift ideas and stuff like that. And then I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna throw a party or not. But then for Valentine's Day, last year I did the thing where I booked reservations at 6 different restaurants with 6 different Resi accounts, because they don't like you booking multiple on one account or whatever on the same day.
And then morning of was like, do you want Korean or Chinese or Italian or whatever? And then whichever she picked, I had a fancy reservation for. This year, I have a friend who works at a really high-end Japanese restaurant in Manhattan, and I'm gonna see if she can do something like special. Maybe like the day after or something, because I assume that she'll have her own Valentine's Day plans. I don't know, but if she's working Valentine's Day, I'm gonna see if she can get us like a table in the back or something. I don't know, see if they have something, because it's like a really fancy restaurant, so maybe they'll have some weird shit that she could do, and I can use some connections for. Yeah.
I'm thinking of going up to New York for Valentine's Day, but not for Valentine's Day. Just coincidentally,
Just that weekend.
they're showing.
How,
Yeah, they're
close
showing,
is Super Bowl Sunday to that Valentine's Day weekend? Well, I imagine they're right around each other.
I have no idea. What are they showing?
Andy, that's not what I'm going to.
I am well aware.
They're doing a retrospective of Nobuhiko Obayashi in the 80s at Japan Society. They just announced it today, so I'm thinking maybe I'll go up for that.
Where's Japan Society?
You know, I've been there before a couple times, but I forget exactly. I know it's in like the lower
It is like a building. Like it's not like it's Japan Society hosting at a movie theater or something like that.
It's a standing theater. It's actually a pretty big theater.
Word.
I could not immediately tell you the exact address.
Yeah, sure. It's a day of Valentine's Day.
Well, that's the thing is, there's a screening. So the one I most want to see is screening on the 13th and on the 14th. But it depends on, maybe I might want to see some people, and then, maybe other people going to the 14th screening instead of the 13th. So,
hell yeah, got the box.
One
Jim.
is a Thursday, the other is a Friday. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope you have a nice anniversary, Burn.
Go to the one on the 13th, but probably not the one on the 14th.
Barry Ardman says they're always the dominant one in their friend groups.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Zoe? I didn't hear you.
Sorry.
If you go on the 13th, maybe I will try to tag. The 14th, I will probably be busy.
I figured that that's the thing. It's like some people might not be available on the 13th because of the weeknight. Some people might not be available on the 14th because it's Valentine's Day. But I haven't decided yet, so I'll let you know.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, obviously poll people, but I would guess that even if people Thursday night for like a hang, like not like something intense, but like a meeting up with a friend is kind of the best night. It's honestly kind of better than weekend night sometimes.
Yeah, the only thing is when it's playing on Thursday, which is 7, sure. And for some people that's too close to getting out of work.
For work. Yeah. Word.
So, but yeah, they just announced today, so I'm gonna figure it out and see if I can make it.
All right, boss number 4.
Where do you stay when you visit?
I stay with like I've never stayed at a hotel or an Airbnb. I stay with one of a couple friends, and so I've never stayed with anyone in oh no, that's not true. I've stayed with Esther in Harlem, which is in Manhattan, but I was gonna say I've never stayed anywhere in Midtown. I was gonna say at first. I guess I have. Usually I do stay in Queens with friends.
So it's interesting that they just give you a projectile weapon for this level.
Well, I am in Queens. Beloved Queens.
Yeah, so the neighborhood I usually stay in is Jackson Heights.
Oh, Jackson Heights is so cute. That's far from me,
It's
but it's very cute.
Yeah, I've always loved every time I've gone there. I've had amazing food.
Jackson Heights is like,
Oh, god damn it.
if I was gonna say like, what's the best neighborhood if you ignore
Price.
like how far away you are from people, it's Jackson Heights. Main downside is that it's not hard to get to Manhattan. It's easy to get to Manhattan, but it's really hard to get to anywhere in Brooklyn, and honestly parts of Queens as well. But
So last
Jackson
time
Heights
I
itself
stayed,
is so cute. I love Jackson Heights.
with friends in Jackson Heights, we wanted to go to this bookstore in Brooklyn.
Mhm.
And so we had to take a train to Midtown Manhattan and then transfer and
Yes.
take a different train
Yes.
to Brooklyn.
Yes, it is really,
But
really
I
annoying.
know that like obviously that's not news to you, but like it's still crazy.
No, it's insane, and that is the downside of Jackson Heights. I mean, I really do believe it's like my favorite neighborhood, if it weren't for the fact that it would take forever for me to go to any of my friends or the places I usually go. It's easy to get to Manhattan, but I don't go to Manhattan. Like, I go to Manhattan for like shopping and like doctor's appointments. You know, like I'm not a Manhattan person, so I really don't go to Manhattan much. Yeah.
How close are the grocery
I mean,
stores
honestly,
near you?
like
what's-
half of my friends are in my neighborhood anyway, so anywhere that isn't my
That's pretty
neighborhood
nice.
would feel kind of far, but
Were you
which is
asking
weird.
Andy?
I wonder how long that will
I was
last.
asking Zoe, how, like, what's your grocery situation?
I'm very lucky. I have a lot of options. I have so like everywhere are like little small grocery stores slash kind of bodegas or whatever that kind of suck, but you know you can use that for last minute stuff. There's a 5-minute walk from me is a really big local chain, like it's like really big. It's one of the bigger grocery stores in like my area. Is 5 minutes from me, and it's cheap. And then I have a car, and a 20-minute drive from me is H Mart. So my biggest shopping runs, like as far as amount of stuff I buy, is H Mart. Second biggest would be the one that's like 5 minutes away from me. And then for like last minute stuff, like, oh, I'm out of eggs or I need XYZ, there's stuff that's like right beneath my apartment.
Oh, that's nice.
H Mart's pretty cool.
H Mart is great. I am very lucky having the car for H Mart. It's very far by train because it's in Long Island City, but by car it's very close to me. So I'll drive to H Mart occasionally, like once a month maybe, and do a big H Mart run. And H Mart's
There
like
we go. Jesus.
legitimately cheaper than almost any other. There's a lot of stuff that's cheaper anywhere else, which is insane.
There is one in Philly. It's not near me, but I've been there with friends before. Cool place, yeah.
H Mart is subsidized by snacks. It's so funny.
I feel like that is how they get you.
There we go.
Yeah, no. It's like they have the cheapest eggs that I've seen in the city, and things like that. But then you like accidentally spend $15 on like a bag of shrimp chips or whatever. So if you just don't do that, it's really cheap. The value for the produce is amazing. Produce is really tough in NYC for a lot of reasons. The quality is usually very bad. But H Mart has really good produce and is also cheap, which is like, I don't know anywhere else that has as good quality produce for the price than H Mart. Like, it's just the only option, kind of, in my opinion.
Yeah, like I've not gone like to get produce because like I just live far away from me, so it's not like I gotta take it back. But like I've been to their food court and I got some snacks there.
Yeah.
Yeah, real good.
I think that I don't know if any other city in the U.S. has the produce issue that NYC has, where like it's actually usually like sitting outside of the city before it comes into the city for like a long period of time. But I think the exceptions to that problem are like H Mart and maybe Whole Foods. But H Mart is like not, Whole Foods prices, so it's like,
I mean, thank God.
again, I really haven't found a grocery store that has as good bang for your buck as H Mart.
Whole Foods prices are so stupid.
They are. I will say, it is another place where if you were to go to Whole Foods and just buy fruits and vegetables, I don't actually think it's that significantly different than your average grocery store. But I would still rather go to H Mart because there are other things that are different than your average grocery store
Yeah, makes sense.
that matter.
Boss takes for fucking ever. I will say the engine fight in Crash 3, really good. Maybe the best boss fight in the series. I haven't played 4. This fight is just a slog. It's like, why do we need 6? Why does the one? I mean, I get you're throwing fruit at a mech, so it wouldn't realistically do a lot of damage.
They should have made it so that every time that you throw 100 fruit,
You get a
it
1-up?
No, it subtracts a life.
I hate that. Lid, you should not be. I know you're working in game design. You should stop doing that. You should stop making your own video games. Because
Is that what they do in the knockoff Crash game you were telling me about?
They might as well.
I don't think so, but someone ought to. Someone ought to really like lean into like the lives economy in these kinds of games. Like when playing Bowser's Fury, right? When you die and you just lose like 50 coins, but then you get 100 coins and that's a power up. Like I kept thinking like, oh, like what's like
See, the currency there is that it just wastes your time. That's what's going on.
I
So
get what
like, you lose 50 coins, but yeah, you lose time. You can't get that.
That's why I save state after every hit point. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. They do respawn. Oh, he's dead. He got sucked into space. He's fucking dead.
Yep, he'll never show up in another Crash Bandicoot game again.
Anyway, final world time. We're in space.
The fucking name of that level.
There's some good ones. These are on par with the DKC level names, at least.
I will not ask you again to bring me the crystals. Obtain the remaining.
It is funny that sound effect sounds like the missions or the level start in SA2. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
I'm talking about?
The title screen for a level music.
Yeah.
Might be. Anyway, welcome to space. These levels are mean. I mean, I know it's Crash, but, yeah, I forget if... Oh, right, no, obviously, yeah, that's something, it's red, so you obviously slide.
I remember I played the Game Boy Advance games way before I played these, and the pre-rendered versions of the enemies in these stages like just looked
Mush.
like yeah.
That I love the GBA. It is it's a bit mushy. What a good console though.
Yep.
Some would say it's the best Nintendo's ever done. That might be nostalgia talking, but you gotta admit, it's like...
I feel like I literally can't say that because of the screen. I love it, but like...
It does have that Wario Land 4, but
It does, but it's pretty good.
Nintendo's made a lot of platforms with a lot of games, though.
They have. They sure have. Look, it's a tight. I'm not like... Even the Nintendo consoles that I would consider, like, lower tier are still, like, relatively close, library-wise, to the top tier ones.
Alright. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Lex. Thank you for joining. You know what's crazy? Have you guys been seeing how many different, like, hardware and accessory leaks there have been for the Switch 2 as of late?
Yeah, I don't know what's true or not.
A lot of it seems true. There's
So,
definitely some fake stuff, but a lot of it
It
is.
seems true, but like I don't want to hedge my bets, I guess.
This is why... This is why you only use the D-pad in 2D sections. Because then you're less likely to do that bullshit. So what do you think Toys for Bob is working on right now? I imagine we're still, like, whatever it is years away.
Who the fuck is that?
That is the developer of the recent Crash and Spyro stuff.
Oh.
More importantly, that's the developer of Star Control 2, the Urquan Masters.
I really should play that. That's a very nice.
I think you're good, Andy. No offense, Led.
No, I actually do think I'm not. Like, that game seems crazy cool. If Lid is excited about a 90s PC, like a 90s PC game that looks like that, I should probably be invested. Oh, fuck. Did it switch at, like, the worst fuck you. Okay, boom. Did I not hit a checkpoint there? No, okay, cool.
I feel like it's like it's like at a point where I wonder if it's even worth speculating what they're doing and more speculating when the hell are we gonna hear about it?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Because I'm sure it will be a while.
Unfortunately. Oh, god damn it!
I do think, given basically all of their output over the past couple decades, aside from their support work on Call of Duty, that the type of game could be, nailed down with some pretty decent likelihood. But, maybe they're finally gonna make another Madagascar game. You never
Holy
know.
shit! I think I played that.
Maybe they'll finally make Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure 2.
There are some times where I feel when I'm far enough in a stream where it is like, oh man, I'm in the zone. I could do this for another 2 hours easily, like 2 hours in.
Yeah.
And then there are some games where it is like, I would like to stop playing this now. I hope I can beat this soon. I have reached that point with Crash 2.
Yeah. I've never played the Crash games.
They're not bad, but they're very, very basic platformers.
Platformers?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't like platformers. So
yeah, no,
I'd argue Crash, they aren't even particularly exceptional platformers.
kind of regular platformers.
yeah, I'd say they're
Why do
pretty.
they
Yeah, they're
pop off
fine.
so much then? Is it just like a aesthetic?
It's because they were the big platformer on the PS1. They were the mascot for a few years. And they're not bad. Like, they're solid. They're just not, that's all they really are, I think. They're very basic, I would say.
For the time, they had very expressive animation because they did everything on like a vertex by vertex basis.
Fuck you.
Like, I could point out it's like, oh, I'm sorry if you got Crash instead of Mario, but honestly, like, I'm sorry if you got Crash instead of Spyro as well.
Yeah, definitely. There were definitely people who grew up with Crash and not Spyro.
Dude, I gotta say, like, platformers are one of those genres where it's like, the only way I'm gonna enjoy it is if it's like a fucking like top 3, in history type platform.
Yeah, no,
like
I get
certain
that.
Mario games or things like that, right? Like it's really got to be exceptional to get past my kind of like disinterest in that type of genre.
Honestly, I'd say that 3D platformers are one of my favorite genres, and it's still kind of like that.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's real. I mean, that's kind of how like your favorite and least favorite things work. It's like the things you're pickiest about, most picky about.
Yeah, no. It is very easy to fuck up a 3D platformer. There are so many different ways you can do it.
I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I don't care. I'm still playing Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah! Thank you for getting that for Christmas, by the way.
Yeah, I hope you like it.
I hope I do too.
or
I'll probably give it a chance
have
this year.
time for it or whatever. Because I have famously been a little anti-JRPG in the past. Mostly jokingly, but also just like because I haven't had a lot of success with them. And I think I'm enjoying this one because I was in the mood for it. Like I was in right place, right time. Like I really needed something that like I could sink a lot of time into.
You've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball, so I imagine that
I've been
helped.
watching a lot of Dragon Ball, and it's got Toriyama,
Yeah.
influence. And I was in Savannah, fucking doing nothing, and I had a Steam Deck, and I was like, all right, this is it. This is what I'm gonna give a chance. And I did, and I am enjoying it. I'm pretty far into it, I think already. I don't know how far, but pretty far.
I know that game is very long, so
I assume.
Yeah.
I assume there's a lot more, but I did just do like I collected, it's one of the, you got to collect 6 of whatever, and then you can progress, and I just did that, so I don't know how far that makes me.
You
But
still got a while to go.
okay, that's good. I'm fine with that. I mean, I want more. Here's my complaint, and maybe this is partially my fault. I'm not a difficulty maxer for gaming. I love normal mode. I don't want the easiest, but I don't want the hardest either. So I always try to go to normal or whatever seems like the most standard. When I first started, now I've played enough Souls games that I can do a lot of shit. But when I first started, it was like, what was the equivalent there? I would do sword and board, where it's like, I'm not fucking cheesing my way through the game, but I'm not doing anything crazy either, right? That's I like to play games. So at the beginning, it offers you like, oh, turn on these challenges or whatever. And I just skipped through that shit. I was like, I don't want that. I just want the regular game. And it's so easy, dude. Like, I want it to be slightly harder. And
I mean,
that's
there's already a way without turning on the difficulty modes to make it harder, and that's to fight your enemies. Because if you
what?
don't level up as much,
Yes,
and,
that's what I'm doing.
like-
I'm doing that, but I kind of hate
Yeah.
that I'm doing that. That feels bad. It feels bad that I'm running past enemies because I want the game to be harder.
no, I get that feeling.
And it also doesn't feel like it's worked yet. Like currently, I'm only fighting something if it's something I haven't fought before because I want the achievements for fighting, a bunch of different types or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm still like fucking, like I just had like the battle with like the Ice Queen or whatever, which was like hyped up a bunch. It's not a super important one, but it should have been like reasonably difficult. And I was like kind of lazy and made mistakes and like felt like I should have gotten punished a lot for those mistakes I made. And I didn't. I really just fucking like blew through that. Like I have not had a party wipe like or even really close and like at all. And I'm like, damn, dude, this kind of I would like this to be like slightly harder. But maybe if I keep doing the running past enemies, it'll eventually catch up to me. But it hasn't yet.
and also I feel like it does get harder in the next act.
Crash
of the
does
game.
have good. Yeah, no, like yeah. Looking
I
at
can see that. I mean, I want the game to like at least like ask me to think a little bit more than it does right now, and it just really doesn't right now.
I feel like you'll get that challenge as you keep going.
Yeah, and I don't want to have to like fucking like do stuff like, oh, we'll just never sub your party out or whatever. It's like I don't want to do that. Like, there's stuff like fucking running past enemies already feels a bit like I'm like forcing the game on myself
God damn
or
it.
whatever. Choosing not to sub out party members in the middle of a fight would really feel like I'm like, it's like, okay, but I know that mechanic's there. Like if I need it, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
yeah, I really like the wagon system.
But I am having fun with it.
Nice.
It's very cute. I like the world. I'm like kind of pretty consistently, excited. It's like a new little mechanic that shows up, even if briefly or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's on me. I shouldn't have spin.
I haven't done the like 2D Talkington or whatever shit in a while either, because I figure that will level me, you know. So that's
Yeah,
also
that
like,
was not in the original, so I never did.
yeah, I have the
that.
definitive edition.
Which means you have the game with acceptable music instead of terrible music.
It's different.
In the original release, the composer of Dragon Quest
It
VIII
was MIDI.
or Dragon Quest XI, on top of being a racist, bad person, is also paranoid and will not, and for a while would not let Square Enix put the orchestral versions of his tracks. Instead, he would put bad MIDI versions of his tracks in
Right.
the games, because he didn't want it to affect concert tickets.
Yes, I saw
Not
that
just
you
concert
could...
tickets, also CD sales.
That's so funny. See, I saw that you could change it to MIDI, and I assumed that that was the same reason you can change it to 2D, which is just like this fun nostalgia thing. I did not realize that that was like the
Because
other
an
way
old
around.
man is a piece of shit.
I don't know how close it is to this, but there was also, so Dragon Quest XI also had a 3DS version originally.
Yes.
So that was obviously 2D. I don't know how close.
From what I understand, it's like very close, but
That's what I
really
figured.
thought that the MIDI version was added the same way the 2D version was added.
no.
I did not realize, like you could see how I thought that though. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
of like,
I
oh,
was
they'll
like,
add this as a
oh.
novelty.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, the way that the definitive edition added 2D, they also added MIDI. That's cute. You could turn it to that because the default is orchestral in 3D. And I was like, oh, definitive edition, I know it adds 2D. And then I saw in the settings there was the MIDI soundtrack. I was like, oh, surely that must be like another, the same way you can turn it 2D with this definitive edition, you can also do MIDI. I did not realize that was what came first.
Time for the worst
Yeah.
mechanic in maybe in the trilogy.
That's really funny.
How do I go down? I would like to descend, please, game.
Andy, you can't sink any lower, let me tell you.
Ah.
Played through the whole Final Fantasy VII remake in 3 days.
The part 1 remake or the rebirth?
The part 1. Because my brother gave me part 2 for Christmas, and I was like, well, I have to play it now, so I guess I better just
What is this?
finish the first
Final
one.
Fantasy VII Remake, the 2020.
Yeah, I played a bit of the remake part 1 and I didn't finish it.
I started playing it in 2021, and I got like halfway through it. I got through Wall Market, and then I would like boot it up once every like 4 months or so, play through one chapter, and be like, wow, that was dog shit, and then put it back down.
Okay,
Um,
so
got
analog
it, but
stick
your
is up
brother
and
got it
down.
again?
Okay, I got this now. Analog stick is up and down.
What was that?
R is forward, L is backward. That should be reversed, maybe?
I said, Lid, you had it, but your brother got it for you again.
No, he got me part 2, so I was like, well, I should
okay.
finish part 1.
Got it, got it. Are you feeling
So-
any differently about it?
I asked Lid, because we
I
were talking
don't
about this
blame you.
earlier. Lid, how happy do you feel that that you've beaten this before you've beaten any Xenoblade game? And their response was not.
No, dude, that would have been such a better use of time. And like for the first for any chapter
Lid.
that I had played through before,
It's inverted. These controls, I forgot they were inverted. Up is up, down is up, and up is down. Fuck you. Noah.
I skipped every cutscene. until I got to stuff I hadn't played before. But I kept the combat on easy difficulty the entire time, and I think that's just the way you should play that game. Cause like all of the fucking combat, especially the bosses, they're basically just like cutscenes that trigger based on how much damage you do. So like, just turn it to easy so that you do the damage, because it doesn't matter. Like, there's so many times where, like, you can, like, try to think about what you're doing and be like, oh, I'm gonna stagger him, I'm gonna do the summon, I'm gonna do these abilities, I'm gonna get so much damage. And then it's like, oh, the boss has entered what is basically a cutscene, and now there's a big X over their health bar, and you can't actually damage them until it's over.
So I know there's one more jetpack stage after this, and then the final boss is jetpack.
Doesn't the third one have, like, straight up space shooter type stuff?
Yes, it has biplanes, but that's way better than this.
Right.
And then the third boss is like a Star Fox 60 OG Star Fox boss. That's pretty cool.
Alexandria is apparently showing Lola Squid Game.
What'd you think of it?
Well, they're 2 episodes in, and Lola says that it's pulpy, so she kind of digs it. But outside of that, it's mid. But she says the characters are fun, and she's only 2 episodes in. I've only seen season 1. I refuse to watch season 2. But I have strong opinions on the K-drama genre.
Uncle Ben, what happened? Squid Game.
Yep. Squid Game felt surreal for me.
And then it's like, oh, this is the one that's taking off over here?
Yeah, you've heard me talk about this. It's been a minute since I've said that, but there's a period where I wouldn't shut up about saying that, where it was like, it came out not that long after I got really into K-dramas out of nowhere. And I was just so confused, because I was like, why is this the K-drama that popped off? And now I think I understand it more than I did then, like why that one did. But I was just thinking purely from a quality perspective, and I was like, there are K-dramas that are like, I would say, they're not fucking The Sopranos, but they're prestige TV quality, and like, Americans are not watching them, right, or whatever, which that's how that works, it's not that surprising or whatever, but it's like, yeah, I don't know, imagine if like, what would the equivalent be of an American show? Imagine if like the only show that popped off in like foreign countries was Lost. It's like, all right, yeah, I get why this is the one that like people like or whatever, but like, have you guys seen The Sopranos? You know what I mean? It's like, have you guys seen Better Call Saul? It was really weird. It was just like, I was watching all these K-dramas and I was like, this shit's crazy. This is really good. And then like a K-drama comes out that every American is watching, and I watch it and I'm like, fine. It's like 5 out of 10. I was like, what the
I
fuck?
feel
Like, why is
because
this the
it's not
one?
presented to Americans as like you know what I mean? Like it's a Korean drama, but it's not presented as a K drama to Americans. I feel like that's why
That
like did
is
so well.
definitely maybe one aspect, but it's not the only
Not
one.
the
Because
entire, but that's
there are other K dramas that I think are also do a pretty good job of not feeling like it's presented as a K drama, including ones made by Netflix. There are other K dramas made by Netflix, or like produced by Netflix or whatever, that I think are better than Squid Game, and like they have everything from that perspective going for them that Squid Game does, where like they don't have any of the like, you know, weird K-drama things that might throw off an American, right? Like the length of the episodes in a lot of the best K-dramas are really long. The Squid Games are not. The fucking even like the end credits of K-dramas, I think Americans would find very corny, because I do. I laugh at them. But you know, Squid Game and the Netflix ones don't have those. Most K-dramas end credits end on like freeze frames, which joke, you know, at this point in the US. You know, like since like I don't know what the Breakfast Club has one, I guess.
Yeah, Full House,
But,
maybe.
like it's not a joke there yet, so they all end on freeze frames. But you know, the Netflix ones don't have that because Netflix knows Americans think that's goofy. But there are other Netflix K-dramas that are better than Squid Game that are not nearly as popular. There's one about like a baseball player that goes to prison for like beating up a rapist or some shit. And I was like shocked that one didn't pop off because it was Netflix produced. All the characters are really hot. It's like kind of sporty, but then also has some like a little bit of gay shit. Like it has everything. And I was like, why is this one not like massive?
So I've not like actually watched the K drama myself, but I have like the algorithm has shown me there are some good looking guys in this.
Oh dude, alright, I'm gonna pull up the guy that is the main character of that K-drama for you. Because I think
Yeah, please do.
while he's not maybe not your perfect guy, I do think you will appreciate him. Let me pull that up.
God, this sucks.
You know, I hope that new game they're making has jetpacking just like this.
I'm sure you do, Lid.
God damn.
And then I'm gonna show
Thank
you
you, Joy.
my favorite is. I understand why this K-drama did not pop off because it has every like trope that might weird out a Western audience, but the host of my favorite K-drama, Crash Landing on You, who is a North Korean soldier that falls in love with a South Korean business heiress. This is him.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him. Here's another one.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. That is the last one there. His name is Hyun Bin, and the first one is blah 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 blah. What's
See, Zoe, this reminds me, you're not on Blue Sky, so you wouldn't have seen this, but
there you go.
as partially like a bit, Ricky added Eli in some pretty not good clown yaoi art, and Eli was like, "Please don't do this again. This is not good."
Specifically Balatro yaoi art, which is why.
Yeah, the Balatro porn meme is kind of funny.
Yeah, I think Ricky was like, "I'm sorry, I guess I didn't meet your standard," and Eli was just like, "You did not."
I know, you know what I appreciate about Eli?
What?
Is that I know a lot of yaoi fans. Both gay guys and fujoshis. And absolutely none of them have an appreciation for muscle. They're all
Twinks.
they're all
No,
essentially twink femboy type obsessions. And I appreciate Eli's respect of muscle.
Thank you. I think respect is a nice word for it.
Yeah, I think it is respect. I think that of the Fujos and the yaoi fans that I know, some of them are exclusively wanting the kind of effeminate boy, type stuff. And then even the ones that like, some yaoi stuff that has a muscular guy, I still feel that the muscular guy just serves sort of a role, just like they fill a slot. They're not really the
main
They call
entree.
it squad, all right.
Yeah, but exactly though, like they're an object in a way that I
Yeah.
find boring. Whereas I think Eli has a true respect for muscle.
I do. Honestly, the thing is, I feel like, and this is what Fujos often underrate, is the ship that's like a really well built guy and like an even more built guy.
Correct. That's how I feel. Whereas I feel like either I'm seeing a Fujo that is a fan of twink on twink and it's just like taller or something, or is a fan of like extremely effeminate, skinny, frail, and then really strong, big. But I think that having both being somewhat muscular, one being more muscular is fine, but at least both being muscular is very high IQ.
Thank you. I totally agree, and I'm so glad you do too.
And I say this as a true bisexual.
How's it going, Andy?
Not great.
Are you winning, Andy?
Well, I'm at multiple save loads
I've
a minute,
never finished
so
Crash 2. Like, I've gotten like late in the game, and I was like, yeah, this is fine. This is enough. I never felt compelled to beat it, and I kind of see why.
the normal platforming stuff is still fine, even if I am a bit tired. This is just. Ugh. Thank God for save states.
Spencer says he might join when the stream ends.
Okay, that's cool.
That second pick is crazy good, Zoe.
Yeah, he's so cool. He's great in the show, Crash Landing on You.
What is he like spraying perfume on himself? What is that?
I don't know, because it's not from the
Oh,
show,
thank
so.
God.
It might be. Sometimes there's like spray on aftershaves.
Gotcha.
Alright.
I bet it's some skincare shit. It's Korea, so it's gotta be some skincare shit.
Yeah. They do. I know they go all out for skincare over there. I've never. I don't think I've ever like put any skincare thing on myself.
You know what, Eli?
Before.
You know what we're doing?
What?
I'm gonna rip the band-aid off. We're going straight into the next jetpack level. fuck it.
Oh, you beat it?
I beat the first one. We're going in the second one. Yeah, the part that I was quick loading at was the last fucking section. All right.
Honestly, I get why you're doing this because
Yes.
might as well just drink your medicine now.
Well, it's not all the jetpack because the final boss is also jetpack.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Would you have chosen, if possible, to just do like the Rouge levels in a row to get them out of the way?
No, I don't mind SA2. Like, I feel like the Rouge level, like, none. The thing is, I feel like the mech and I gotta go down. The mech and treasure hunting levels, for me personally, do not overstate their welcome enough. Where it's like I need to get this out of the way with a few exceptions. Where it's like, yeah, even if I don't like them consistently as much as the speed levels, there are still a sense of like, all right, let's get the it's fine. Like I wouldn't rush to finish them. I would say because I think they fit well. They are well placed throughout the story, is how I would say it.
After you're done this level, I want you to tell me which is worse. This.
Oh, God.
Did you reload an earlier save?
Yeah, let me see. Undo load state. Let me make sure we're... Yeah, okay, we're on the correct level again. Everything's fine. I would say that Mad Space is more broken. The thing with Mad Space is that it's broken, whereas this is, they made it wrong. Like, you get what I mean? Like, it's like, this was this is more frustrating than it is. Like, it's just like, even if it was designed better, I still wouldn't like it. Whereas Mad Space, I could see, if it was like a Galaxy level, I could see being good, you know?
If it were easier to sense where things are, no.
You know what I will say? This level makes me go, maybe Crash Bandicoot should have been remade for the 3DS. Maybe you need the extra... This is a level, yeah, that perception. Oh, you meant on Mad Space, okay.
I also think that, hey, Spencer.
Big,
that's so true.
Furry creature. Shit ain't right. It's not what God intended.
I'm on one of the worst levels in the game.
They should have made Spyro 4 before
yes!
they make Crash 4.
Well, no, I get it. Like, Kotick fucked them, but it made sense to do, like, back... Oh. Actually. Yeah, we're on the right. Okay.
You know that Stuart Copeland did all the music for the
Yes!
Spyro games?
Yes, he
So
did!
yes. I love watching all the Instagram reels with him where he just plays drums brilliantly and then he's just like, I don't give a shit. Fucking cares. Good.
Spencer.
I'm old.
Hey.
Hey, Zoe.
How you doing tonight, Spencer? You sound exhausted.
So Instagram psyoped me into getting the fucking Gates vaccine because all my
Gates vaccine?
The COVID booster. COVID booster.
From who? From Gates? From Bill Gates?
Yeah,
he
I
has
called
his
the
own
Gates
now?
vaccine. Yeah, no, it's just Moderna. I'm making a fucking
oh, I see.
Republican. No, but basically, every single Instagram reel I have, for some reason, is someone saying that you're doing genocide if you hang out with your friends, and because of COVID and long COVID. So I was like, well, you know, I have enough moral OCD that this makes me feel bad, so I'm gonna get a COVID vaccine, and I feel like fucking shit.
Yeah, I will say, for me, the COVID vaccine was like, at most, like 18 rough, maybe like 36 bad hours. Like once you want, like it does not stick around for me.
Of course.
So, I haven't taken, I'm probably gonna get a vaccine soon, but I haven't got one since Like, it's been a couple years, right?
Yeah, same.
Are you saying that they've gotten worse, or like was this your reaction?
Oh no, I
when you
had
got
the same
them?
thing as Spencer of like, yeah, no, I was just like, once you get the COVID vaccine, you're just out for 24 hours and you feel terrible.
Or so I just wondered if they changed it all, or. I should probably just go tomorrow after work and.
Dude, I haven't gotten shit since like the 3rd booster, which was like a while ago.
I think that might be when I
Yeah.
got my last one too. I should probably do it.
Same.
Yeah.
I got a couple boosters, and that's like 2 years ago maybe now, I guess. I don't feel like I need it.
Still
Camera?
feel bad that I was in that theater full of people. I thought I was hungover and I had COVID.
In New York City, where
Yeah.
everybody sees 7,000 billion people every second.
Yeah, everyone has COVID.
Yeah.
I've still never had COVID.
I've had it
It
once.
sucked.
Yeah, it's not.
Same.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But it was still like, yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, so I should probably just get the vaccine.
Oh, hey, end of the second jetpack level. That wasn't that bad,
has
actually.
long COVID. Ty probably has long COVID. It's really funny.
Is that real? Like, is that a real thing, long COVID?
Yeah, it is. It is actually a real thing. It's kind of, you know, there's a lot of annoying people talking about it, but like my mom's actually
That's why
part
I
of
didn't
the
think it was
study
real.
group.
Yeah.
My mom's part of a fucking study group.
I mean,
on
Ty
it.
didn't
Like,
think it
it's,
was real because of the annoying people, which is fair.
And then she got it.
Last of Us
She has-
jetpack
she's had, like-
section. Oh, hell
She's
yeah.
had like a cough for 2 years and has permanent brain fog.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Which, it was so funny just telling her that.
Alright, this level.
Oh, jetpack level's over? Good.
Yeah, we did. We're done. Now it's time for Darkness level, everyone's favorite platformer gimmick. Or just video game gen.
Hey, surely this isn't as bad as the one in Crash 1.
No, it's not. Because you don't... I'm pretty sure this doesn't disappear when you get hit.
Dude, my whole city doesn't have running water.
Oh yeah, because your water main broke.
The water main in the city broke and they keep fucking it up.
Ah! So, sorry to interrupt you,
I
Spencer.
saw a fucking ghost. What the hell?
In this game, the main
Don't be so
character,
dramatic, dude.
in this game, the main character
It's
does
not
a
serious.
spin attack, and you can spin away extra lives, and that's not good. That's not a good mechanic. I don't like.
Oh, you didn't need to spin for that one.
No, well, I couldn't. To be fair, I probably should have jumped, but I cannot see. Okay. Ah. I timed it right. Okay. Yeah, I figured.
I don't think it was worth the box.
No. But I was like, what if there's an extra life in there? Or there could be death.
You would,
Or an extra
you would have
life.
spinned it away.
I mean, yes. But I'm using save states now, so let's not... okay. Nope. Nope.
Game looks like it sucks.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good until the last world. It's kind of bullshit.
It's okay.
I'd say
It's
pretty
fine.
good. It's not great, but it's like decent. And then they decide to do an obnoxious difficulty spike in the last couple levels. But I would say the first 4 worlds, if you're not going for 100%, pretty solid. Pretty like decent grasp on the basics. Okay, thank God.
I've been pretty off watching movies since the new year started because of other reasons. But Spencer, have you seen anything?
What the fuck did I watch? I watched a couple things. Oh yeah, I watched Maltese Falcon. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that movie's good.
Yeah, I love Humphrey Bogart. He's so cool. And I watched 2 movies called Nosferatu, and
Which
You-
ones?
the 20s one and the new one.
Spencer, I'm glad you also weren't. I'm due for a rewatch. I should probably give it another chance, but I'm glad you also were not super impressed by the original Nosferatu.
Yeah, you both
I-
are wrong as usual. Just
I
saying.
like Sunrise is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I love and Last Laugh is really good too.
Have you seen Faust?
I think I'll like Faust a lot.
I'd be interested to know
Faust.
what you think of
I'm
Faust.
more interested in Faust than Nosferatu.
Nosferatu, it's just like, I don't know, I don't feel like Murnau was at full power yet. Though that might just be the Kino. I don't like the tint job, and I don't like the soundtrack they commissioned for it.
I never watched the either muted or put my own music on.
Yeah, that was very distracting. I might just fucking...
You know what? Yeah, honestly, that's a great idea for rewatch. Watch it on
Putting
mute.
on Dead Man's Party. Nosferatu.
When I watched Ernst Lubitsch's The Doll last year, because that's a comedy, I watched it with the Kanemari Damacy soundtrack. And you know what? Kind of fit perfectly. It was amazing. Even sometimes like queued up to the scenes surprisingly well.
I should say that the Portishead guys did a score for Passion of Joan of Arc just when I watched the movie, and that score is actually fucking amazing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that one I like actually recommend. I think I like it more. It's probably better than Voices of Light.
All right,
So,
end of the level.
It's completely I don't know, like
That wasn't too bad.
anachronistic. Like they're not trying to make period accurate music, but it doesn't fucking matter since they're the fucking Portishead guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take a quick break since we only got 2 levels left in the final boss. I'm gonna grab a snack real quick and use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Bro is feasting.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I can't wait to take a bunch of sleeping pills and go to bed, man. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Getting a sleeping pill prescription is like top 10 decision of my entire life.
I miss them, dude. I really do.
I always
Mostly
get like the
so
fear,
fun.
like, oh, do I need them to sleep now? Am I dependent on them? And I'll do a night without them and I'll be fine. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
perfect.
was
You get to
thinking
get high and then go to
I think
bed.
I really truly got the pendant or whatever, but yeah.
I got a new chair for work, but like assembling it is fucking impossible. I literally think this something might be defective with it. So like, I just gotta give it up for now.
I'm putting the Katamari Damacy soundtrack on you trying to assemble the chair. I need a fucking Three Stooges ass short of you play trying to
Hey,
assemble
hey,
that
hey!
thing.
Look, yes, I am bad at it, but like, it's stupid at the same time. I never said that I was good at assembling furniture, but I what I'm saying is like I'm not gonna do anything until I can get my stepdad to come and take a look at it and see if I'm just fucking stupid at this or if something indeed is actually wrong with this and I need to send it back. That caused me a lot of stress, but now I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I do just want to get it set up though, so I can have a good chair to work in again, because old one broke.
Yeah, no, my that little office space I got is pretty sick now, although I've got like piles of CDs that belong to Angie and our roommate on the fucking desk. So
I miss having an office so much.
it's sick. I mean, it's my bedroom, but like it's a separate room from everything else.
Mine is also my bedroom.
I've also got a walk-in closet that is I'm in that now for volume reasons, but it's also my punishment zone.
Yeah, those rooms in your apartment are weird.
Yeah, the like I
I've
remember
never seen anything like that.
I call them DLC rooms, and everyone's like, "Heh, you mean walk-in closets?" And then they go
No,
into the
not
walk-in
really.
closets, and then they're like, "No, this is different. This is something.
No,
This
they're
is
different. They're like neither like an extra office room, nor are they walk-in closets. They're not anything really. Um, they're very strange. Uh, the shape, the combination of the shape, them being like perfectly square almost, and then the size, makes them kind of uh so confusing.
I'm so fucking stressed about having to clean the front room tomorrow because like we've been good about keeping it clean, and then yesterday I made like a really elaborate dish, and then the water fucking broke, so our dish is
Oof.
just full of sink is just full of fucking dishes, and
Oof.
Let's go finish this.
yeah, just
Well,
like
dishes are nice because it's like they're annoying to clean, but it is a like very easy, like obvious, like you're done when you're done type thing, you know.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. My roommate is out of town for 3 weeks, so I have the apartment to myself
Damn.
for 3 weeks.
Do you feel like you're taking good enough
Time to start
use of
jacking it.
that?
Well, it just started, and I've been thinking about it because it's like, what are the usual things? Like I was like, what are things that I can't do because of his presence? And there's not actually a ton.
Jacking in the living room.
Dude, that's kind of, I mean, I'm not jacking off in the living room, but the kind of a primary thing is nudity. Yeah, sure. So I am like I am taking advantage of that by not, wearing a shirt sometimes and things like that. But
Sitting on the couch, spread eagle, fucking
sure.
blasting ropes.
Well, I'm not doing that, and I don't like you saying that.
Well, I don't think
I
he
don't like
likes saying that, but I think he
he felt a need to, a compulsion to,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
If it wasn't said,
it's
it
his
would have
dying
been as
adult
necessary to
brain.
have been said.
Yeah. And then I'm pacing around the full apartment instead of just my room. But it's like, what are the cliche things you do? Is like throw a party. It's like my roommate loves when I throw parties. Or like you know, be loud late at night. It's like my roommate sleeps from fucking like
You
9
can
a.m.
you can
to 5
watch
p.m.
you can put like your video essays or whatever music you listen to that he does it on like the TV speakers or something. I don't
We
know.
had
That's true.
fucking-
That
we
is
had
basically.
We had
You-
fucking
you
low
can-
IQ trap music blasting out of the fucking TV at like 3 in the morning whenever we hang out.
You can
Yeah.
say really dumb
You mean at
shit
my
out
apartment?
loud, and
Yeah.
no one.
Yeah,
no.
no. I can do all of the things that you would think are most not okay when you have a roommate or something are things that I can do. Such as, yeah, blasting like fucking hip hop at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or something. That's fine. I can do that already. So it's like, yeah, what can I do now? It's more nudity, I guess. And then I can really hog the living room, I guess.
Andy,
But-
what the hell killed you there?
I think
Sometimes I have,
the
like, blocks
platform,
between-
if you don't jump on it, is death. I think that is yes.
Yeah, Andy,
What
Andy,
the
I'm,
hell?
Andy, I'm sending you back in
You
fucking
made this
time.
game. You made this game wrong.
Dog, I'm sending you back in time to like 2007, putting this video on something awful and getting the Ret Spray guys to fucking kill you. This shit is unbecoming of a grown man.
Look, I do it to like in front of 5 people. Okay, I'm allowed to have my own little corner of the internet where I'm bad at video games.
Spencer, were you there for any of the Mario 64 stream?
They made fun of children on Ret Spray. This shit is not a game.
I'm not saying they wouldn't make fun of me. I'm just saying right now, I think I'm allowed to do this. I'm trying, dog. I really am. What? You saw that, right? You saw that, right?
It's so crazy. It's like
I saw you fucking up.
Andy-
Yeah.
No, I
Thing is
fell
with
through
video
that
games.
platform. I fell through
your
that
thing
fucking...
is video games. This would be like if I went to Thompson's house and he served me like burnt bacon.
I kind of like burnt bacon. To be honest.
Look,
Not
look.
like burnt, but like little burnt.
I think
Yeah.
it is a sign of my maturity that like despite being fucking terrible at it, I can still find things to respect and appreciate about this medium.
If you say so.
I think you should save state like there next time.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I will say this is level 20. This is the final level of an already pretty hard game.
Yeah, it's just it's the same. It's just the same place you keep dying.
Yeah, I know. I know. You know what I will say, Eli?
What?
This is still significantly less bad than Crash 1.
Yeah.
That game
Crash
is...
one is unplayable.
Like, and I don't just mean in terms of, like, quality. I mean in the sense of, like... I'll just slide jump. There we go. There we go. Solve the problem.
Can you please save state again?
That's why you don't use the D-pad in the 2D sections.
No, that's what you do use the D-pad.
Or, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, you do. That's why you don't use the analog stick. Thank God. Okay. What? Okay. Alright. That was...
Bro is fucking up in new dimensions.
So what happened there is that I was like, oh, okay. My instinct went down to crouch. No, obviously not. Because that is how it
Bro
works
could
in the
get Mario-
GBA
Bro could
games.
get Mario to fall off the screen the other.
I'm almost done. Oh.
This is like getting to where like this is why I don't think that these games are particularly interesting, because it's just like a bunch of timed obstacles running on cycles, and it's like, oh, find the window to get through, and it's like, what's like what's the
Kicking
movement?
Andy's ass regardless.
No. Spencer, what have you been watching? I mean, I know you were watching Nosferatu, but I think that was before COVID.
I mean, I don't have COVID. I got the vaccine.
Or got the vaccine. Like, have you been staring at anything on the screen?
Staring at anything. I've just been playing Pokemon Showdown and screaming at fucking 25-year-olds.
Ah, yeah, no. Oh, isn't that the best?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's great. It's such a... Even Gen 3, which is like the good meta, is so fucking busted that you can just horrendously misplay and still win.
Yep. I alternate between 1, 3, 4, and 6.
Yeah. 4 seems like it's kind of ass. I haven't played it, but it seems kind of...
I'm very nostalgic for me, because that's when I started like, Gen 4 is the... What do you mean? What did you say, Eli?
Oh yeah, 1
I
seems
don't
like
really get playing 1 like that. It's kind of broken.
See, that is the thing. If it's all of these broken mechanics that stack up onto each other, and kind of mostly cancel each other out, except for Freeze. Fuck Gen 1 Freeze.
But no, Gen 3 is shockingly well balanced as a competitive format.
It's fun. And you got a lot of cool options in
They banned
BL.
the champ in Gen 4 just recently.
They did. I'm not...
Why?
Because Dynamic Punch is obnoxious.
No punch.
Yeah. It's not because it was bad, it was because it enabled a play... Oh, okay, this one's just one you jump on. Got it. Oh. Oh, wait, no, never mind.
Spencer, do you like Tim Burton?
He's okay. I love Batman.
First
Batman
checkpoint,
Returns.
thank God.
Which one is that? Is that the one with the penguin?
Yeah, that's the penguin one. That one's real good. I'm with
That one.
Spencer.
That one's really dumb, but I did have fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of if there's any other Tim Burton movies.
I watched Nightmare Before Christmas for the first time.
Now, noted, he didn't direct that, but...
Yeah, it's not really a Tim Burton movie, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's fine.
I thought it, like, overwhelmingly, the Boogeyman is, like, better than everything else. Like, the songs.
I will, when it comes to Burton...
That's my boy Danny Elfman.
I will vouch for Beetlejuice.
I like Beetlejuice. Yeah, I like Beetlejuice a lot. Beetlejuice is probably my favorite Tim Burton, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Spencer, what do you think of his score for Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
I haven't seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure, so I haven't been able to check in. I mean,
Oh,
I bet it's phenomenal. All of his scores until like 2007 are fucking just top notch.
I think that is probably my favorite Tim Burton because, like,
What have you to call him?
I mean, it has, you know, Paul Rubens and Danny Elfman doing really good work. That it's like, even if I'm not the biggest Burton fan, I feel like, you know, they pair well with him. I don't think it's like
fuck you.
But...
What? What did I get from there?
He died from the explosion.
But I didn't hit the explosion.
Oh, I think you did.
Yeah, I should have seen that one coming.
Yeah, I think Batman Returns I really like just because that's like my favorite Danny Elfman score.
Yeah, the score does wonders for that fucking movie, I will say that. Like, I like it a lot, but like, man. Would I like it as much if it didn't have, like, it an 89 as
You
much?
gotta stop jumping on those fucking things, dude. You gotta stop. It's like watching a cat.
Well, no, you can
around
jump on
stairs.
them half the time, and then half the time you have to slide.
Spencer, which male celebrity would you fuck right now? Current. Alive. Right
Alive,
now.
current.
Present state.
God, I am too fucking sick to even thinking about this. Put on. Mike Faced, probably.
Who?
Mike Faced.
Mike?
He's
Face?
really hot in Challengers.
Yeah,
Oh, that guy, yeah, sure.
Mike Faced. He's yeah, I mean, you threw me off with Alive because I could just say, well, if Heath Ledger was still alive, that would be my answer. But
I was not trying to jump on that one, I was trying to jump over it and fucked up the timing. Ow.
seen in Challengers where Zendaya is dancing to Hot in Here, and Mike Faced and the other guy are just kind of like following her around and gawking at her. It's so fucking funny. Just lurking around. Also the scene where his fucking boner gets slapped.
I'm trying to think of my
Yeah, that's
answer to this
Yeah, that's a
question.
good scene.
You know what I think my answer to this question might be in terms of very handsome guy who Andrew Garfield.
Sure.
I can see it, yeah.
I don't think that's a bad answer or anything.
But not
or
your
that this
type.
would be a deal breaker. No, I was gonna say, it always like he's 41, and I always forget that. Like,
Yeah. Damn,
Yeah, that is crazy.
I thought he was like 33.
Think about it.
Damn.
I know it's like, yeah, no, like Andrew Garfield is older than LeBron James. Like that just doesn't
Yep,
seem
that's
real.
weird, for sure.
Okay, we're gonna try again because so this time I can.
But no, that's a good answer. Yeah.
Well, okay, that time I know I fucked up because it bounced me into the nitro. Okay, yeah, I don't know.
This is the last level before the boss, right?
Yes, this is the last normal level of Crash 2. How long have we been going? Okay, a little bit over 3 hours. Okay. Oh, come on! There we go.
All right, Spencer, what's your number one female wood then?
Probably like Leia Seydoux, I guess.
Who?
Leia Seydoux, French bitch, and the Beast. She's got those predatory bird eyes.
Sure.
Actually, I shouldn't have done that. Should have waited, because now I lost it. But
What?
What
happened there, man?
This is a humiliation.
Wait, how did I clip through that? Did you see
This is
this?
historic.
How did I do that? I should have died there.
Masters will be studying this for years to
Here's
come.
the thing, Spencer. This is not historic. This is not the worst it's ever been. Not even
No.
close.
No, yeah, no.
What is the worst? Since the one
No,
that
it's the monkey. It's the monkey in Mario 64. Is the worst it's ever been.
since the strength puzzles in Pokemon Platinum were really choice.
So a monkey on Tall Mountain in Mario 64 stole his hat, and he spent like the entire stream trying to get it back.
No, it was like 45 minutes.
Okay, it was not
I-
the entire
that's a
screen, but it
long
was a
time.
That is
significant amount.
actually, I think it was like 30, but still, it was too long.
No,
I love
it was more than
Yeah,
30.
okay, it was 45.
I love on the podcast when we made Andy solve a math problem in real time.
Okay, that was because you motherfuckers were couldn't talking so much I couldn't think, and then you made me do a tongue twister too.
Like algebra? Like what kind of math?
Yeah, we
problem?
made him do an algebra It was a really easy one. Like it was just, some like really basic shit. It was like I think it was like 7x minus 6 equals 43.
To be fair, I did solve it without a pen and paper. It was just like obviously as you should.
X equals 7?
Yep.
Yeah, that took me only a few seconds. Come on, Andy.
It took Andy like a full minute. We were really putting him on the spot.
Yes, that was part of the problem.
That was still one of the funniest fucking moments I've ever had recording.
I think even worse is when I did the tongue twister and you kept going faster, like 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna get mad at you for flubbing a tongue twister, because those are designed to be tricky.
Okay, I think you just forego the extra life. Oh wait, no, you can't because
you just jump quickly. But you jump maybe quickly over.
Yeah.
You do that.
If I was gonna I don't know, for female woods, honestly, this feels like such like a 14-year-old answer, but Megan Thee Stallion's definitely up there.
You're allowed to give 14-year-old answers, obviously.
Yeah, it's an Andy answer, but it's a correct one.
Thank you.
Zoe, I'm sorry, I don't have any female celebrities I can name.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I forgive you. Really though? Really though? Like none, Eli.
No, I'd like.
I can't even like kind of be like, well.
No, I believe Eli when he says this. Fully and unconvinced.
I mean, it's me we're talking about.
Yeah.
I hear you.
He got shrunk.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, I remember like we were me and Camille were at the gym in January, and like a Megan Thee Stallion song came on, and we were both just kind of like pacing around, like, can't be playing this right now. Can't be playing this right now. You can't be doing this to me. I've got a squat, dude.
What? Come on. I jump made it over that.
I feel like this is like, as far as platformers go, it's the kind of thing where like it looks pretty good if you put it next to like Bug.
Bug?
Yeah, the
Bug.
first big major platformer on the Saturn.
Yeah, we gotta get Andy to play Bugdom 3D for Macintosh OS. That was a daycare classic.
You gotta play 3D Frogman for DOS.
After school programs were always having like the most random fucking games queued up. It's like, yeah, we got yeah, I know it's 2015, but we got a couple of PS2 games right here. No, they are not good.
Are they good PS2 games?
It's a game about it's an E-rated GTA knockoff about a wolf. and don't ask how that works, but this is the only game we have for the PS2 and also the Madagascar movie tie-in game.
I hate that you had the exact same reaction. I
Is
did.
that Wolf GTA game real?
I
No.
know. The thing is,
I don't feel like my after-school program had video games.
We did actually, when I was like 5, they had like a fucking N64 with F-Zero X, but...
Oh
I
yeah.
remember my dentist had like Luigi's Mansion and shit, which was crazy.
That's awesome.
Playing Luigi's Mansion while getting dental surgery would be awesome.
Yeah, my dentist had like a N64 like a full thing where it was like, you know, it's like in a machine that like, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like
Yeah, no, they had
right?
one of those. I found one of those at a McDonald's once.
Yeah.
My dentist had like a soccer-themed pinball machine, Daytona USA, and Cruisin' USA.
God damn.
What kind of dentist are you all going to?
I honestly just think like in the
Singles
early
might work fine.
2000s, like arcades were dead, so they were just putting those machines in whatever business would take them.
Yeah, I definitely think I was going to like a nice-ish orthodontist that they needed stuff like that. I don't feel like my school computers had games really. I remember we had school laptops like pretty early, like compared to most schools. And I remember you could not, they were MacBooks, and you could not install things, like most things on them, but there were certain files where if it like was like an immediately
The
executes
worst part
type
about the
file,
Shinkrei is that it gives you
you
hope.
could install it, and one of those was Minecraft, so we were able to install Minecraft.
I feel like all the computers I used at school, it was like only in like elementary school when like the computers were old enough that like they probably like weren't even hooked up to the internet.
We did
Did
it!
they actually have like programs installed on them, like games that weren't like directly part of the curriculum? Like
Yeah.
once it was like, oh yeah, here's laptops or MacBooks or whatever, or even just the normal computer lab, but everything's on a modern Windows connected to the internet now. It was like, no, like you got Microsoft Word and PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Go on some fucking Flash site and play Tetris on there if you want to play a game.
Yeah, I remember all the websites that we found that like somehow weren't blocked, but you could play games. I remember Cube Field or something.
Alright, final boss time.
My ability to get past the school's like computer restrictions really made me think I was a lot better at computers than I was.
I feel like you
This is
could
the
get
worst
around just
doomsday zone
about
of all
anything when I was in school just by switching from like HTTP to HTTPS.
Yeah, shit like that. Or when they figured that out, it was like there were proxy sites you could use and shit like that. And I really thought I was so smart for figuring that shit out. Like, that falsely led me to believe that I should get into, like, coding and shit. Which was not the case.
It's hit number 1.
I think it's kind of wild that like the previous boss was like a big robot and now you're just kind of following
Doing
a
the
guy.
worst doomsday zone of all time. Yeah, because nothing can kill you. You're just doing a race. Oh! I lost.
Keep at it.
You know, that's interesting. Wasn't the final boss of Spyro 1 also basically just a race where you chased the guy?
Yeah, but there was
Yeah,
also a
but you
phase where
wouldn't
you fought him
fail.
at the where you fought Nasty Nork in the arena. This also means
Like
that
you can't.
because I have to do
Like you-
things precisely enough, mid-level save states will not help. I have to do it all in one run consistently.
I feel like if you pause it, it's a level save states. could
Maybe,
help.
but it's about I need to do 3 hits relatively quickly because I you know, it's
Yeah,
not.
I'm just saying like if
Just,
you do the first. If you do
just-
the first hit like really quickly, you can save state, pause and save state.
Just make a save state after every single
Yeah,
rock.
that is true.
Just dodge them all until you get it perfect.
Ah. It helps so much if these controls were not inverted. Or at least you had an
Well,
option.
you know, it's the end of the game. You could just invert your controls to make them normal.
Nah. Maybe.
I mean, do it if you want. Just throwing it out there.
I appreciate the suggestion. It's also that your depth perception is not great in these levels. Oh, we got a hit.
That too.
Got him!
All right.
Did Andy finally beat this game?
Yes!
Yeah.
You haven't
Jesus
seen a
Christ,
man
man.
like me, Crash Bandicoot.
Hey, I did it.
Andy, what game did you complete that you regret the most completing?
Crash, what do you suppose happened to Cortex?
I guess the tie games, but even then, like, those I was curious about.
There.
Yeah, I'm vindicated, by the way.
Yeah, you were.
That's your answer.
The tie games?
Tie the Tasmanian Tiger. It was a 6th
Oh.
gen. Someone gifted them to me, so I'm like, alright, I'll play the first 2. And I did
That's like in the category with what's Gek?
Gex.
Gex.
Actually, Gex is sold
A better
and was no, not better. Gex isn't good, but it sold and had way more cultural presence. Like,
See,
like,
but
like
that's the-
until like last year, Gex sold better than all of Persona.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Gex has like 18 million sales worldwide in like
That's
one gen.
crazy. Who the fuck was buying that shit?
Parents.
Everyone who bought a what was it? Was that the 3DO?
Yeah, but I imagine most people played Gex on the PS1. You know, one thing is fun is looking through credits. You know, the more you play games, and going, oh, hey, that person's there, and I'm not seeing any names that I immediately recognize. Oh, damn,
Cerny
Bioshock.
was in there.
Okay,
Tretton.
that's good. Wonder when he left. Oh, hey, Shuhei Yoshida. Okay. Oh, hey, Supreme Court Justice John Roberts. That's a joke. Some of these I'm like, I might know, but I'm not sure.
So who are we voting for?
Huh?
In what?
In the elect.
Oh, Mark Mothers. Wait, Mark Mothersbaugh was part of this.
Yeah, this seems like a Mark.
Oh, hi, Clancy Brown. Honestly, I'm kind of, as much as I like Clancy, and I think he's a good fit for Cortex, I do think recasting him with Lex Lang was probably the correct move. I do prefer his take on the character a bit more.
What do you think was the most recent video game that Mark Mothersbaugh worked on?
Where did he get his start at? Anyway, now the game's going to tell you, you got the bad ending, but I guess I'll save. But you know, I'm not going. Yeah, I'm probably not going.
Just end it, Andy.
Yeah. Well, not quite. We still got one more segment. What would it take for you to drop a game? That day will come, I know. But I have not every game I have set out with the goal of I will finish it because I'm bad about like finishing things I like, be it TV shows or movies. So streaming forces me to like sit down and be like, all right, I'm gonna finish this. I can say I've
Game Escape made you so mad.
You didn't watch Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. You just watched all the clips on YouTube.
Yeah, but if I had a podcast, like if I had some sort of like thing, or like someone was like, "Hey, you want to watch this?" I would watch it with them. But it's like this is a way of forcing myself to finish things. Because it's like, well, I have a date that I have to meet, and I'm doing it, and you know, there is a sense of schedule to it. Anyway, before we, it's time for it's time for the first of the year. Let me get. Let me get the list up.
Andy, if you rank this above Mario 64, I'm gonna kill you.
We'll see.
That's
Looks like ass, dude.
yeah.
I haven't played it, but it looks like dog shit.
Crash Bandicoot 1 is in the bottom 5 games that he's streamed.
Oh wait, no.
How much better could 2 possibly be?
We'll see. We'll see. All right.
Also, you need to stream in Discord if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm getting everything ready. Oh wait, that's the wrong. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Got it in full screen. Okay. This is what is this? 85, 90? We're getting starting to get close to game number 100. All right, so let me move this up well past the original. Moving on up.
Fuck you. Okay. Fuck you.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And if you put this game about Super Mario Bros., I swear to God.
No, it's not. Although I would maybe move Mario up a little bit since I replayed it, but that's a conversation for another day. I'm tired right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's good. I think like high 7 is because like honestly, if it wasn't for like most of Crash 2 is like pretty solid, consistent, and like steady. It's just World 8 or the final world is kind of bad and throws a bunch of dumb gimmicks. But the big difference between Crash 2 and Crash 1 is that like Crash 1 is less mechanically complex and has 10 of the worst levels I've ever 10 levels that make me want to kill myself. Whereas this game only has like 4 out of 25. Like it's mostly like tight, solid, consistent as long as you're not going for 100%. I think there is like a pretty strong foundation. Crash feels better to move. Slide jumping's cool. Soundtrack's decent. Like it's all like good. There's just nothing to like really off balance and like make me go, yeah, those jetpack sections sucks, but do you remember blank section? That's really good. Also, 3 is just better, I think. Even if it does have some dumb gimmicks. I will say this. On the topic of also going back to topic of what would it take to drop a game? If I lose my save file, that's game over. That is a valid excuse to pull the plug. But yeah. Anyway, let me count out. 5. Actually, I can just look at the.
Yeah, view list should
Yeah,
show
yeah.
Spencer,
Yeah.
I see that person saying they like black bean burgers. That's psycho.
Yeah, black bean I love
They're
black beans.
disgusting.
Black beans are one of my favorite foods. Black bean burgers taste like nutrient paste.
I love
That's some shit you would
beans.
feed all
I
of our
love
twins.
black beans. I love all sorts of vegetarian substitutes. Black bean burgers specifically are disgusting.
It is
I
funny
don't like-
that you
everyone's
have
like,
to
no,
be
you can
like.
do it right. It's like no,
No.
this is something you would feed all of her twist. Like this is
They're
just
terrible.
yeah. They're mealy.
They're actively bad.
And you have that better like. Well, actually, like, is Impossible Meat completely vegetarian? Like,
Yes. it's
Okay.
vegan.
Yeah, so you
So it's
you,
beyond.
you don't need to fight the battle anymore. Anyway,
There
It's
are
awesome.
so many alternatives I would take over black
Literally,
bean.
shiitake mushrooms.
Yes.
Are better.
ooh, that's no, that's good. That's good.
I would
Anyway,
rather have something that barely even qualifies as a burger patty substitute.
oh, easily burned. Yeah, no, I might finish
would
it on
rather
my
just have,
own
like, a
time or come
tomato
back and
on
do
a
it
bun.
later.
They're
but-
bad. They're actively bad. I mean, it's like one of the few foods that I've had a couple times on different occasions where I've like not finished it because I disliked it that much.
Every single part of it is bad, which is crazy because they're just black beans. But
It's
every
'cause
single
it's-
part of it
I've
is
had
wrong.
some where I don't
tastes
mind
like
the
you're eating,
flavor,
like-
but the texture is like never right.
It tastes like you're eating like the burnt. If it's like eating like the burnt crust of something, like it's gross.
Anyway, I would like to. Oh, I missed Gut Gum saying James Conn of The Godfather, one of their hottest roles of all time. Anyway, this has been a fun stream. I meant to do another thing. I will be back this Friday with the hopefully with the prediction stream. So look forward to that. After this, next game I think I'm probably going to start. Well, I'm not sure what I'm going to do first next week, but look forward to. I will probably be doing a Halo 3 stream, so look forward to that. All right. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.